Liver is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
You think you're weird? I think you're dumb. You f***ing know makes me so fun. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now. You think you're special?
Coming to you live from the luscious loins of LaPel, Indiana. My name is Bullshit, hanging out always with Polly Motherfucking Punk. Our new co-host officially of the Midweek Crisis podcast, Katie Hurley.
Hi, guys.
And our special guest tonight, none other than Stealing Volume. I'm sorry.
That checks.
There it is. We got Lambo and Benra of Stealing Volume with us tonight, and also none other than Ugo Cruz. What's up, everybody? How was your daytime commute?
Beautiful.
Not as bad as I thought it'd be.
Right on.
It
was another Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? I thought it was Monday. It feels like Monday.
Ugo, I got a question for you right out of the gate. Will your mother and sister be watching this time?
Well, actually, my sister.
Just your sister this time?
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
Well-
you're not allowed to talk anymore tonight. It's over. This last time you was pretty
I want to
limited on what you
say
was
hi
allowed
to my
say.
sister because she's getting surgery Saturday. So goodbye to you,
Good luck.
my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, good luck.
Good luck on that. Yep.
Good luck, Ugo's sister. Right on. Hell yeah. So
Any other questions?
No, that's it. You answered.
no, we got a whole list of questions for you, Ugo.
Dismissed.
Can I answer in Spanish?
Yeah, go ahead. I know what pinto means.
I don't know.
So
I don't know what it is.
don't even try. Like, I know what's up, bro.
What's that?
So Ben, how's it going, man? So Ben and Lambo both, by the way, have you guys ever been on a podcast with us? I don't think so.
We did one
Years ago.
Long time
years ago, back when you were
oh,
still at
man.
Beach Grove, I think.
So at Horde
Yeah.
Church. See, we need to get that. Do you still have that list?
I do.
We need to get that here.
Yeah.
That way I can
I
like
also have
cross
like
reference.
40 or 50 of those podcasts still, like downloaded onto my hard drive.
Hell yeah.
So I could upload them in any time.
I'll make sure we delete those tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are, whatever. They're not that bad. They're pretty good, I guess. But yeah, I can't remember everybody that's been on. It's been so long, and I usually get pretty drunk on these shows, so I forget. But this is definitely your guys' first Midweek Crisis.
Yes.
And they also played our first booking ever at the
Yep.
fifth quarter, which is actually just above Katie's head. You could actually look right above Katie's head and see, Stealing Volume. So, how is Stealing Volume doing? You guys got any shows coming up?
Oh, yes, we do. I'd have to look at my calendar. One's on a Thursday at the Mill.
Right on.
And
dude.
you got it stored somewhere?
Lambo's
Okay.
on it.
And then we just picked up one, just a couple days ago. That one's
we're
in
looking
March.
We're looking at March 10th in Lafayette at the North End Pub. And April 6th at the Mill.
with a
Shades of
band.
Wrong from Barcelona.
Yeah, a band from Barcelona.
Nice. That'll be a lot of fun that night.
Yeah. Need to try to get people out on a Thursday. Challenge is on.
I'll go. I'm down. Oh, no, I can't. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Shit.
there we go.
Who'd you say was playing? No, just kidding. That's rude. No, yeah, fuck yeah, man. So Thursday, what day was that again?
It's April 6th.
April 6th. Cool. Hell yeah. Are you guys writing right now? Are you getting ready to put out another album? That's me like prying right there.
Yeah, I mean, like we're trying to have about 6 songs to go record again this spring. But I mean, like we're still about 1 song short or so of that. So, but I also need to book that studio time because I was living right above a studio and now they're over at Postal. So those combined studios probably have more limited time and I probably need to book it soon or else I'll be in summertime or fall.
Yeah.
But
Right.
but that's the plan, is to do that and hopefully have maybe some sort of hard copy EP wise or singles wise by fall.
Oh yeah, well I'll just do it live on the podcast. You know, so right now we're not using because we were using 2 of your songs for some of our shows, but we're not using them right now. Just a heads up. But
That's fine. Yeah, why not?
We're not making that show anymore, so we don't use the songs. But
dated or what?
Get that old shit out of here.
we want new stealing volume, and we want it fucking now. How dare you make us wait? Get the studio time booked, Benra. Motherfucker.
If you make the shows, all the new stuff's in the live set. So
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's exciting. I'll definitely try to make it out for that one then. I want to hear the new stuff for sure.
Just play some practices off my phone. There you go.
Yeah, hell yeah, there you go.
They don't sound that bad. I mean, shit.
Do you use an iPhone to record it?
Yeah, I just use the voice memo in order to get ideas down, stuff like that. You know, when you're hashing something out, it's a little guided path.
Hell yeah.
Some breadcrumbs to follow.
Hugo, what's Addicted to Chaos up to?
Still practicing. We got first practice with Jose, the guitar player. He's back now, so we looking to book shows by maybe start booking next month, so we can play a couple shows this year.
Right on.
That's it for now. Yeah, because you know our drummer is super busy with the other band and shit like that, so we don't want to play too much this year.
Yeah, my drummer does that too. he's in like, four bands, I think. Actually, one of them's not quite there yet, but 3 of them are constant. So I was just happy we got that show. We got a show in Sixth Ripper has a show at State Street in June. It'll be my first show as a 40-year-old. I turned 40 on the 19th of June. So
welcome to the Overhill Club.
I will more than right. I thought that was just like I thought that was 50. Like yeah, please. Can we make it 60?
Let's make it 60.
I'm hoping by the time I'm 50, they'll figure out how to never die, and then I could just live forever.
I'm the baby in the group, dude.
Yeah, well, you turned 30 this year, right?
29.
29. May 28th, by the way.
3rd year in a row.
Yeah, that's my
right?
birthday.
So May 24th.
Hey, Gemini Club.
Gemini.
That's right. Yeah.
Cheers
so
to
there's
that.
3 of us here.
Forever 31.
I'm actually
You're
having
forever 31?
I'm having a birthday show at the Mel on the 27th.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Friday or a Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday. Nice.
Yeah. All my homies better be there.
Do you know who's playing?
None of our bands.
Yeah.
You haven't booked it?
No, we haven't. It's a surprise.
Right? I mean, this is the place to announce
Yeah,
it.
this is for real where you announce it like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I just literally grabbed my cigarette by the fucking
Yeah, the
cherry.
wrong end. Yeah, that was.
Who do you got playing? Cherry's
Okay.
Jubilee.
I got Village Elder. I got
Right.
Spells. It was Nuke in the Night Shift. And
Nice.
then there is another band playing. I can't remember yet. So I'll do the mystery band. in a
Mystery
minute.
band, yeah.
Only
That's
on
cool.
May 27th.
Yes.
Lambo, what have you been up
Melody.
to? Hanging out,
Yeah, working.
Working.
Yeah.
doing blows.
Yeah.
You're like,
Can't
no.
get by with that shit.
I had to
anymore.
reference cocaine at least once every podcast. By the way, nobody was responsible for bringing cocaine tonight. So we've actually never had. Actually, that's a lie. There was cocaine here once, and I will not say who brought it.
Oh no.
But I save like little things right from every show. Like you can see Hugo's horny bottle from when he was last guest here. But there is definitely like a little bag with the fucking cocaine residue sitting up there somewhere. So probably not the best thing to have up there, but whatever. Like
You saved the cocaine.
lapel police are like watching this. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck, let's get them now.
Yeah, all together, right?
Yeah, like let's get these motherfuckers.
Isn't residue like a life sentence or some shit?
It probably. God, it's probably mostly fentanyl, anyways. We're in the Midwest.
Oh no.
But how have you been doing, Lambo? How for reals? How have you been doing, man?
Great, man. I'm enjoying married life.
Hell yeah!
It's been we're a little over 7 years now.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
You know,
That's like 4 or 5 years more than the average fucking marriage lasts for sure. That's awesome.
I had to wait 25 years to get her, so hey.
Oh
I'm gonna
man,
keep her the rest of the way.
that's awesome though. Fuck yeah, man. Katie, how have you been up? What have you been? What you been up to?
I've been doing pretty good. I've just been like, I just moved, so I just been trying to get that together. Starting this, I don't know. I have a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
A lot in little increments.
that's cool.
Is it a twist off?
Polly, do you have anything? What's up? What you been up to? What you been
Leverage.
doing? Leverage. That's
Nope.
what, yeah.
Listen, you two, I just
Let's do a shot,
There you go.
right? We're gonna do an on-air round. Everybody, or anybody want a shot? I have
Yeah, hornito.
tonight's podcast is brought to you by Benchmark, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Anybody want a shot?
I mean, I'll take one.
Sure.
I'm gonna
One.
drink
All right.
I'll
I mean,
do
you're gonna
one
twist
with
our
it.
arms. We're
Yeah.
gonna do it. You know.
peer pressure.
We need to get that. Remember when we were at the Gutters of Fountain Square? We used to have that little plate with like 50 fucking shot glasses in
Communion
it.
Tray.
The communion tray. Yes, we need that fucker again.
I know. I need to reach out to Jacobs and see. See
Oh,
if we
that's
can get that.
that's right. That was Jacobs's. Yeah. We had a well, we still have a piano actually, but no one ever plays it.
You know, he actually got that at the Goodwill.
What, the plate? That's dope.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just hit and pass. But cheers.
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 So yeah. Benra, we'll start with you after your shot. So
Well, ain't that timing?
what is stealing volume? How did it start? And why stealing volume?
Well, I was hoping you would ask us this. No, I was invited in the band by Laney Boyles and Justin Allen. Scotty and those guys had all decided they were going to do some rock project, and I started as the bass player. Started playing rhythm guitar. Eventually, was a singer.
Hell yeah.
So, and that was a long time ago.
Where did stealing volume come from? What the name? Who came up with that? It's pretty good.
We had been batting around a name for months. Like, it's one of those things where you keep coming to practices and everybody had their like list of, I think it should be this. And I think it was like, I think it should be the Pink Eels. And no, I think it should be the Affectations. And no, I think it should be, Connie Serco or
Fiber.
something like that. And
I bet you
yeah,
guys saw the
Fiber.
fiber, but it
Fiber was
taken.
definitely one of
How
them.
about you change it back to the Pink Seals or whatever?
Pink Eels.
Pink Eels. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
dope.
it's
I like
time to
that.
change the band name. Once you hit like where do you got? I think you guys are at like 12, 13 years, right? It's up there.
Shit, that's being
15.
gracious. Yeah, it's like 15
15
years.
15. Wow, that's fucking awesome.
Ben got the bass gig because I was leaving town.
Well, man, when you guys hit 20, there's got to be like a 20-year anniversary show.
What?
Yeah,
For sure.
You just strap our guitars to our walkers and
What am I looking at? Dave? Dave commenting?
How long has that comment been up there? Yeah, bullshit.
comment.
Climbing up over that hill, man. Fuck.
I know.
I featured
But I
it,
saw my
think.
sister commenting.
Yeah. Yeah. We already put it up, but damn, there's a lot of people commenting. Has everybody's comment been? I have no idea.
No, I actually tried to start doing it, and
It's
I ran
lagging.
across some issues with it. So I just
Sucks.
it locked up on Will's first comment, and I was like, okay, well, that's
I've been
Stephen Riddle and Wet Denim
periodically-
Okay.
chimed in. Slosher said, "How?" By the way, we have Sonora and Will Slosher coming next week. They'll be here on Wednesday. So that'll be a fun one for sure.
that will be fun.
If you have not seen Sonora, they're a badass motherfucking band.
I'm pretty sure. I think I wrote about them. I might have.
This show sucks
Sure.
ass. Needs better guests. Thanks, Dave. By the way, Dave is a guitar player and also vocalist for Stealing Volume. Thanks, Dave. Fucker. My denim is wet as fuck. Steve Riddle of Wet Denim. Cheers, Pixie. Cheers, Riddle. And I found a communion set on Etsy.
All right, there you go for the win, right?
Thanks, Alana.
Great.
Let's see who else is Riddle again. No water, just broke. What is that? I don't know the reference. Don't worry, Jeanette. I'm in a band with said guests. Oh yeah, okay. pink eels as in penises? Is that a reference?
That
to
was kind of the
penises?
idea. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's more of like naked mole rat.
Well, they're like electric penises too. So, you know,
Oh, zzz.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, sometimes you got to just consider what the merch would look like. And it's like, that sounds like fun.
A vibrator.
So more than just
Yeah.
ripped for pleasure.
Yes, exactly. I always wanted a band called the Fiendish Tit too. I've always wanted to do that. That's from I think that's everything you ever want to know about sex, but we're afraid to ask. The giant boob that attacks
Yep.
everybody, and it's like, how do we stop this fiendish tit? And I was like, that would be fucking excellent fucking merchandise you can make for that.
Consider this though, goblin gooch.
It's good. It's good. I like it.
So I already have it booked 2 years from now on the Halloween show at the Melody Inn. I have a cover because that's what they do today, covers, and it's going to be Borrowing Silence. It's basically we're going to do a whole set of Stealing Volume songs, and I'm going to have everybody in Stealing Volume play, and I'm going to play the fucking right here, dude.
Triangle.
Cowbell. Yeah, the whole set. It's just going to really be Stealing Volume and me just doing this the whole night. Actually, it would be dope to do a Stealing Volume tribute. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't really have that book, by the way. That was a really bad joke.
You're going to want to borrow silence after that.
Yeah, it's literally Stealing Volume, but with me playing cowbell the entire set.
Have you ever wanted to do a tribute band?
Yeah.
What band?
Fuglies.
Fuglies?
I actually had it booked and then I had to cancel it. So
Nice.
yeah, I had it booked. We had the date, we had everything set up, and ended up because the band went on hiatus. So that was
Isn't that kind of a good
Fiber
reason
era.
though?
yeah, it was bad. Dave was not happy. He was not happy at all. Like, dude, because it takes it literally you have to book those shows 2 years out. And there's a huge waiting list too. And you have to figure out a band that nobody's ever done before. Because Dave will be like, nah, bro. We just had I tried to do Queens of the Stone Age, and they're like, no, it's already been done because Bajeris did it. So
Jairus did it?
yeah. Is that how you say his last name, Bajeris?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
That's totally how you say it.
And it's pronounced Harley, right? Harley?
Don't ever call me.
I
by
know
my
it's a
last
fucking
name.
bad joke. It's a bad joke again. Oh god. But have you ever? Yeah. So Queens of the Stone Age would be for obviously I tried to do it and Dave was like, no, fuck you. It's already been done. What about you? What would you do?
Ooh,
Actually,
me?
you just did one, didn't you? You've done one recently. I swear.
What's the most
Tribute.
recent one I did? Was Misfits, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
which is
what?
not really something you take a great pride in. It's more like it's just your turn, right? You know,
Yeah.
like everybody who's ever been in a fucking band eventually is going to do a Misfits cover gig somewhere. And that's what someone told me when I was like, man, I'm like, I really don't know about this, man. It just seems so fucking weird that you're doing this band that we've all been playing since we were like 15. And he's just like, it's just your turn. Don't worry about it so much. You're fucking up to bat. You just can do what you can. If I had a chance, I would do Exploding Hearts.
Exploding Hearts. Right on.
Because that band
That'd
doesn't
be
exist
fun.
anymore, man. Like nobody really ever got to see him live. They're from the fucking Midwest, so why not?
Right.
But that's my choice. Here you go.
Oh, what do you got?
We'll just
Who
keep
you
going
gonna
around,
cover
huh?
for us?
You're next.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody's done the Clash lately.
Jim Croce.
what? They have a Clash Bash every year at the Mount, homie.
I love the Clash.
I go to.
Oh, by the
I
way,
go to bed at
I
9
know
o'clock
who's
every
playing that
anymore,
night,
so-
and I cannot. They will not let me say that, but it's gonna be a good one. There's some dope ass bands on this year's Clash Bash for sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
My
Yeah.
son. I've
Has
been
anybody done the
listening.
Sex Pistols?
I'm sure, dude. There's no
Probably,
way.
yeah.
There's no way they haven't. I'm sure they have.
Actually, no. Scotty was supposed to be in one a couple years ago, and they canceled.
Maybe not.
So maybe not.
Hey, there you go.
I think.
I would
There
be
you go.
an excellent bassist for
Very
a
nice.
Sex Pistols
Yeah.
cover.
Very nice.
Excellent.
We should do that.
A showman, if you will.
Yeah.
What about you, Lambo? What would you do?
Oh, dude.
First choice.
honestly,
Honestly.
left field. You know me.
Right on. Hell yeah.
Tear up some old Rush.
Rush.
God damn it! I knew we should have kicked you out of the band years ago. Fuck, man.
I took a different career path to where I'm at right now than you did, man.
Katie.
Okay, so I made this like a post like a few months ago, but I would do a No Doubt cover band and I would call it Summed Out.
Summed out. Hell yeah.
That's
Like SUM doubt, like Sum 41 doubt.
Oh, no, like just like not there's a little doubt. There's some. We're not real, so there's some doubt.
I got you. Polly.
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about this because I really didn't believe this question would actually get around to me.
Gotta switch it up, man. Gotta get.
I know, because we usually just kind of stick it to.
Yeah,
I guess.
We gotta change it up a little bit. Gotcha.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
Hang on, I gotta respond. Fuck you, Dave.
Fucking Rush.
I mean, are you willing to grow the ponytail to be in the Rush tribute band?
Dude, I don't know that I could anymore.
You can grow a ponytail. It didn't have to be on the top.
It'd take me like a year and a half.
Yeah,
This shit don't grow that fast anymore.
It'd be like that.
Trust me, I'm aware. I get it.
He's willing to make us listen to the sound check he plays for it every time.
It's a good way to warm up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, for whatever reason, I'm just drawing a blank on
I'd
that.
say a fiber cover tribute band, but there already is one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like a
fuck that.
ticker.
Do Zeppelin. Say Zeppelin.
I mean, I would do that.
Dude, that'd be
Yeah.
fucking. That's a heavy.
I would-
That's a heavy run right there, man.
I'd do Metallica if I could play bass.
Dude, I would. If
We'll
dude,
switch
if
up.
anybody ever thinks about
I'll
doing a
take that on
Metallica, let me know. I'll do this. I could do Hellified James Hetfield. I could sing like
Shit,
Pretty close.
we could have even booked it 2 years out because I could grow my hair longer, get the little shitty mustache.
hell yeah.
It was just the only version of a mustache I can grow. By the way, is a little shitty one.
It'd be like that.
So hey Benra,
Me too.
what's your favorite show you've ever played? Favorite show you've ever played? Any band, doesn't have to be Stealing Volume.
What that I just happened to be playing that night.
Yeah, you played a show and it goes down in history as one of your favorite shows.
Oh fuck, man! There's a few. There's a couple of pretty legendary. When the Jabs and Slurs did Talbot Street with relatives, that was pretty fucking epic. Because they Brent Askew had to do several meetings with the management of Talbot Street because they weren't convinced that a punk rock gig would go over at a gay bar like that. And so he had several meetings. He was like, no, we can make this happen. And they did full makeup. They had us all in drag. They had the drag show going on next door. So they would MC would come over and introduce us and they go back to the drag show. That was a pretty fucking fun night. Like lots of they catered the fucking thing. He had costume and makeup, cocaine for days.
Hell yeah. Cocaine for days.
It was fucking Talbot Street. Like back in the early, mid 2000s, there was a lot of cocaine at that bar. A lot. Anyway,
I was that's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask
Being
like
a
what like circa what? So early 2000s. Right
yeah,
on.
fuck man. I mean it wouldn't have been early because I think we only established that band in like 2003 or 4. So I think it would have been 2004 or 5. They did do 2 shows of it too. 7 Degrees from Center played the second one, and I think the Jabs played it again. But they didn't go all out that time. No costuming and makeup and all that. But man, was that fucking fun.
Hell yeah. Hugo, you got one? What's up?
What was the question?
Favorite show you've ever played?
Ooh, I think I answered this last time.
That's fine.
But
That was a long time ago. Nobody remembers.
I think
Everybody's
it
done
was-
cocaine since then.
Was on the west side. We opened for a Mexican band that came on tour, and we were second. And obviously, the band and tour was going last. So on our last song, it was a massive mosh pit because it was like 500 people on the venue.
Oh,
It was
nice.
a big mosh pit going around, and these motherfuckers start fighting each other.
Shit.
So 2 cops went in, kick everybody out from the fucking venue, and the band that came on tour couldn't play. But that was my favorite because of us and the big fucking mosh pit that we made. Everything happened. So
Yeah, that's freaking cool.
that was cool. That was cool, but
Is
it was
this,
sad because
Was this on West Washington Street?
No, that was Lafayette in Georgetown,
Okay.
somewhere in there. Yeah, but it was like 6 years ago, probably.
I'm trying to think of Lafayette and Georgetown Cross. Do they?
Yes.
No, yeah,
Yeah, they
somewhere in there. Yeah,
They do cross.
Because Lafayette runs like at an angle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
38th Street, Lafayette, and Georgetown go
So, but at the by the mall.
by the mall.
Yeah, Lafayette Square Mall. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I had a logistics moment. Like, wait a minute.
Lambo, what's your favorite streets in Indianapolis?
God.
Probably 4 days,
They
right?
want-
gotta
they
be
have no
Washington.
potholes.
I know them all.
10th and Rule.
All the years in the pizza business, the job I do now. Yeah, I get around.
So, Lambo, do you have a favorite show you ever played?
Oh yeah. Going way back to the beginning of Punk Rock Night, the first Giggies show,
2000.
2000, 2001. It's been so long, don't even remember. I think it was at the end of 2000. It's before they had the little seating area across from the stage at the Mel. It was all one big area. It was when David and Robin would still let people dance. And mosh.
Oh man, Footloose. What?
And of course we had Bruce.
We just want to
of course,
dance.
we had Bruce Stuckey in the band, and so everybody came out of the woodwork to see Bruce's new band, and that was one of the
Bruce Stuckey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think I've ever seen the Mill that full since. It was literally wall to wall people. Everybody, they were just packed in. There was probably 150 people in that front room, just packed in. And when we hit the stage, our singer Lewis Wiggs, Screwy Louie, we had like a little warm up, just the music going for a minute till he made it to the stage. He spider walked through that crowd, hands and feet, pushing his heads up people's asses and just moving people away. And you could see where he was by people, people doing this and jumping, and he made it to the stage. And that was probably one of the best shows most fun I've ever had at a show.
Hell yeah.
I think I knew Lewis.
Looked like Sideshow Bob.
Yes. Used to work at
He's about 6'3".
Pizza Joint. Didn't he open one too at some point over on the east side?
No, he pretty much worked for Papa John's.
Yeah,
whole
Papa
time.
John's, but then like some shit went sideways there.
Oh,
I thought he went,
yeah.
maybe he just went and worked for someone else, but
Yeah, he did.
anyway, so Lewis was the first dude I ever met that would literally wake up and drink beer and Clamato juice
all
all
day long.
day long.
What the
All
fuck
day
is
long.
Clamato juice?
It's like that tomato bullshit.
Clam and tomato juice mix.
Oh.
Look for it. It's on the grocery shelves, man.
Right on. I don't go there.
He
Pretty
would
much
mix-
this.
He would mix that
This
in
one
Nice
that,
House.
All right.
He would mix that in Nice House. And Louis was, put it bluntly, he was a functioning drunk. He was a serious alcoholic. The last 15 or 20 years he was alive, he never really drank hard alcohol anymore, but he'd go through a case of Ice House and 3 or 4 jugs of Clamato a day. And that's where he started every morning. That was the first thing that went in his mouth. Was the beer.
Ice House definitely dates it.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. What about you, Katie? What's the favorite show you've ever been to?
I thought you were gonna say played. I was gonna say I'm a poser. For what? I don't play anything.
Yet.
But I guess I was in Paint Job show, so I guess I could say that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was the Chopped Liver show.
Yeah.
Numero 7.
I could say that one.
You have a favorite show you ever been to?
Yeah, Punk in the Park in Denver, Colorado, when I got to see Fear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I went by myself. It's like getting out of my shell experience because, it's like one of the first things I did like independently by myself. Like, you know what I mean? So it was a really cool experience. I drove all the way down Denver by myself. I got adopted by like a bunch of different people. Like they're like, you're gonna be my friend. I guess they could tell I was like weird and alone.
You should move your mic in a little bit.
Oh, they could tell I was weird and alone.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Scott too. Like
Katie has
Scott,
finally
whenever
joined
you
the show.
Hello.
Lambo, whenever you talking to the mic, you want to pull that up a little bit.
So it was pretty tight. I got like a bunch of merch because I had just got my freaking taxes, and I was like, hell yeah! And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my boyfriend at the time. I was like, I'm gonna get him this fear board, and then I got him the fear board, and he didn't appreciate it. So that sucks.
Should have got him a Ouija board. What's that?
I should have just.
How much
hit
longer
him
was
with
he your
it.
boyfriend? After
Not
that?
very long.
Yeah.
Not very long.
Paul, you have a favorite show you ever played?
Yeah, I can give you one. So it was probably like 2015 or 2016, somewhere in there. Square Cat Vinyl was doing a random band challenge.
Oh, I already know where you're going with this. Hell yeah, keep going. Sorry. It's a good show.
Yeah, I mean, so they did this random band challenge. You like showed up at Square Cat Vinyl, you put your name in this hat, and they like drew names, and like whoever 4 or 5 people you drew your name with, you probably didn't know them, and you just had to do this, create this band. And the challenge was to write, 4 or 5 songs, and they gave you, they gave each band like a theme or whatever of one of the songs. And so we had to write a song about astronaut ice cream,
Okay.
which we ended up titling the song astronaut ass cream. But anyway, it was a pretty fun experience. Like, it's just getting together with a group of other musicians and just kind of like seeing what you can come up with. And when I say a group of other musicians, it's like literally every other type of music that I didn't know how to play. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or it had any kind of familiarity with. And anyway, we pulled it together and we got up on stage and did the damn thing. Had a good time. We did not win the show, but it was really fun. We played at the Hi-Fi, which was the one and only time that I've ever played at the Hi-Fi, and it was a really nice venue to play at. So
I got to play there once too. You guys ever play there?
Nope.
Stealing William?
Once with
Right on.
GBH.
I think it's actually a little
Yeah.
harder to get in there now. is
Wait,
what
I
I'm
think
catching on.
I think
too.
I was at that show.
GBH.
GBH
Yeah.
and the
Oh yeah,
Yep,
GBH and the
I was there.
Casualties.
yeah. That was
I was
that
there
was
as
pretty
well.
fun.
Actually, I
That
took
was.
photos.
I wasn't there.
I almost wore my GBH shirt tonight.
Hell yeah. Ben, do you want to take a shot? If not, you want to pass it around?
Oh sure, sure.
This is officially
you
a
wanna pass
live
it around or you wanna
party
take a
radio
shot?
hour, not a midweek crisis. I'm actually tonight. Like I knew we were gonna have 6 mics, so I was like, we have to like run the show piece by piece, so like we are. That way, it's not too insane. Instead of like,
I'll do one more.
yeah. Anyways, so
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you more shows too. Jabs opened up for Fat Ass in Fort Wayne at the Brass Rail, and Brass Rail at the time was selling 40s.
isn't that a strip club? Brass Rail. I'm just kidding.
Probably.
Brass
There's a lot of strip
Brass
clubs
Rail. I bet
in
they get it
Fort Wayne,
confused.
which there's a good stripper story for stealing volume
Yeah,
in
there
Fort
is.
Wayne too.
Ooh, let's hear that.
You want to hear that instead?
Yeah.
So we get to the bar really early at Fort Wayne at 7 p.m. and the place is fucking empty. There's a really surly, mean looking fucking bartender. Looked like some old skinhead. He was mean as shit. And there's ashtrays out everywhere. And somebody's like, didn't they outlaw smoking here? And he's like, yeah, we just don't give a fuck. They
There you
fucking
go.
come in here and fucking find us. We don't give a fuck.
Cannot be governed.
So Scotty Tolly ends up being like, well, fuck, man, we got like 3 hours to kill. Let's go see if there's a titty bar around or something. And so when we asked the bartender,
He lit up.
oh yeah, he lit up like fucking Father Christmas, dude. He turned from the meanest old man to like, well, there's one not too far away at all. You know, he's all like, you're a proper rock band now,
Yeah,
aren't
that's what
you?
he said. Yeah. You guys are a rock band. All right.
So we go to the titty club, and there's no one there. You know, I mean, like it's early in the day, and so we start talking to the bartenders and stuff, tell them we're a rock band and all this. So they grab our CD and have some of the strippers come out and dance to our music, like to us, which was weird. I did not expect that. But we proceeded to get more and more drunk, and like by the time we got back to Berlin, the fucking club, I was fucking wasted.
I think we all were.
And yeah, like I don't get too wasted before shows typically, but that was one of them. And we were having Pete Dio come up from River Bottom Nightmare
Hell
Band.
yeah, love you, Pete.
Oh yeah, and we'd practice Cleopatra Does the Nasty.
Hell
So we
yeah.
had him come up and sing it.
That's my favorite River Bottom Nightmare Band song, by the way.
But we were fucked up, so I played that shit like double time. It was all like, you know, Pete's
Is there-
like,
is
God
there a recording of it?
damn." What's that?
Did you guys record that?
It's on
It's on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes, I knew
video.
it. I knew it. Yeah.
It's
That's
on
awesome.
YouTube. That was the short time when we had TJ in the band too. So TJ was in that one too. But that was a pretty interesting show. I never thought I would see strippers strip to like my songs. That was pretty weird.
Hell yeah.
Rad.
It was rad.
Tolly was bubbling about his bucket list the rest of the night.
Oh yeah, he was just like, this is one off the bucket list. This is one off the bucket list.
Dude, swear to God, man. So I think it was still Fiber at the time. We had a Scummy Scuzz Project had a show booked down in Louisville, and Scuzzy hit us up, and we ended up playing down there. Long story short, like something happened to where we were the only band that played, and it was in this like speakeasy, and we ended up playing like 2 45-minute sets, and pretty much all I had to say to explain the entire show was strippers and cocaine. It was amazing. We
Like
literally
milk and
had
cookies.
strippers on stage with us stripping while we're playing our sets. It was insane. It was
Who
bad.
stripped? Was it
was-
the cocaine?
The cocaine.
Cocaine doesn't strip, does it? Maybe in the Midwest. I don't know.
On
Possibly.
stage 3, cocaine.
Yeah. Dude, that's fucking dope, man. So the next question I was gonna ask is the opposite of the first question. What is like the worst show you've ever played? And
Oh shit.
it doesn't necessarily have to be the show or like your worst show that you've ever played. It could be like you fucking a raccoon like jumped in your car in the middle of like while you guys are smoking a joint or something, and somebody had to get a rabies shot. I don't know, something along those lines. Like anything that would be like worst memory of a show. Maybe I guess that's the best way to put it.
I mean, in retrospect, it's one of the best memories too.
Oh, there you go.
All right, I'll dig in a little bit on this one. The Jabs were playing a motorcycle rally in Monrovia, and this was like a kind of a 1%er type motorcycle rally. It was fucking out in the middle of fucking nowhere. The place was cool as shit. They had a stage built on the back of a house looking down over this big valley, and it was a beauty pageant, so it was also a strip show. And behind all that shit, there was like a car fucking graveyard too, like a bunch of cars all ditched in like this big gully where you're just kind of like, how many fucking missing people are, you know, like what the fuck is with that shit? Okay, so the Slurs and Jabs were playing this, and this was a pretty fucking, you know, cool thing to be at. But they do the strip show, which a beauty pageant in the motorcycle world is just a straight up fucking nude strip show. And they did that shit for 3 fucking hours. Like, I shit you not. They dragged that shit out till almost midnight. And we have 2 hard rock bands about to come on after all of this. And so we're sitting there kind of biting at the, you know, chewing at the bit, just like, get the fuck off stage, guys. We get on there, we cut our set short, so Slurs had some time. Slurs get up there and they pull the plug on them.
What? Oh,
Because it was
Really?
so fucking loud and gnarly at, you know, almost fucking 1 a.m.
mhm.
And everybody's been drinking all fucking day. They had witches' cauldrons full of chili at this place. It was fucking amazing. And like, so they pull the plug on them. So shit just starts going sideways. And I see Jim Kuchkowski, and I'm sitting there by Doug, and Jim is over there yelling at the fucking dude who's throwing the party. Like, motherfucker, you know, like you think that they didn't like us, or you think maybe you just took that shit too long? And I just remember like hitting Doug going like, you see that shit right there? We need to stop that shit. You know, like, I mean, half of these motorcycles that were lined up there had baseball bats across their fucking like head, whatever. Handlebars. Yeah, you're walking by motorcycles, baseball bat. This was not the place to fuck around with the people throwing the show. And, Bill Levin, by the way, booked that show and spent the entirety of it in his trailer with his girlfriend. It was nuts.
He's actually at church right now.
Yeah,
they have their service while we do the podcast.
Well, I will not speak ill of him right now. Then I would not sully his sacrament. But yeah, it was interesting because we basically left in a huff because we were fighting amongst the people there. We all came together. We all leave, and me and Doug break down in the middle of fucking Monrovia in the fucking dark out in the fucking middle of nowhere, and we had to like walk back to this party that we just basically were kicked out of. And with like, I had my amp on my shoulder, he had his guitar, and had to like beg for a ride back. And it was just like, there was, that it wasn't the worst show in retrospect, but it was one of those things where it's like, it really could have gone really wrong in a couple of ways.
Yeah.
And did not feel comfortable at the time. That's for sure.
When was this again?
2004 through 6. I don't know.
Somewhere in that
It's all
range.
blur anymore.
I will say it's really surprising how quick Monrovia gets fucking dark at night. So you can't even get off the interstate without
no self-service.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, you're going around the loop to get off the interstate before you get to the bottom of the ramp. It's so dark you can't see. They don't have street lights, no cell service, like you said. Yeah. I tried to meet up with some friends at a fucking lake house down there one time, and it was a nightmare trying to find it, because I didn't go until like 10:30 at night. But yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, Ugo, you got a least favorite show that comes to memory for whatever reason?
For whatever it is, yeah, it was a show that I booked. We supposed to help people on Mexico because it was a hurricane or whatever. And I think it was an earthquake. So we put together a show, and I was the guy in charge to put everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So I booked a couple bands, and nobody showed up. It was like we just fucking, it was band practice for all of us. So that was probably the worst because we tried to help, but we didn't make anything. So that's probably the worst.
Right on. What about you, Lambo?
Oh, back in 2012, I think 2013, I joined one of Tolly's other bands, 19 Clark 25.
19 Clark 25.
And I'd been with the band probably about 3 weeks, maybe, give or take. And I think we were playing. Was it locals only? Is that what it was? Right there by the Mousetrap.
Yep.
Locals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
were locals. I'm still working off charts. I haven't really even learned the songs yet. I had like 2 practices with the band, and we were short a guitarist for that show who would have been on my side of the stage, and he was the guy I fed off of, basically.
Yeah.
So our other guitarist is on the other side of the stage. I can't see his fretboard to know where I'm supposed to, and I lose myself in every song.
Oh no.
And our singer, Jason Miller, was up there. He's strumming on an acoustic through the whole set, right? So I'm trying to follow what he's doing. And I'm about halfway through the set before I realized he's not even fucking plugged in, and he's not playing anything near what we're playing. He's just doing it for show. And after that show, I damn near quit playing bass altogether. It's so embarrassing. But nobody seemed to mind. I mean, I guess that was close.
No idea.
What the hell is that?
That's your fucking past haunting you, dude.
I had no idea, dude.
Oh,
It's so
yeah, I
weird.
don't know where that's coming from.
Oh.
No.
It happened when I touched. Maybe, can you hear me? Now it's fading in and out.
It's gone. I got rid of it.
That's weird.
That was wild. Yeah. Cool.
Oh,
Years-
yes.
I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
It's been
the Ouija
years since I've
board.
touched a Ouija board.
Oh yeah, there's two. There's actually a real one right here in the corner.
That's Bala Juju.
That's the real
Bala
deal.
Juju.
It was made by what do they call him? Not a witch, warlock.
I used to have a
Paid,
I used to have a nice carved wooden one.
Paid $40 to have it made, and now it's retired because there's too many stories and reasons why I don't use it. So, what about you, Paul? You got a least favorite show in memory?
I don't know if it's least favorite. I can definitely. I mean, I personally had a good time. Worst playing, yeah, I could give you that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know. So we was playing at State Street one night, and I got exceedingly smashed.
Hell yeah.
Exceedingly.
Exceedingly. I like it.
I
And
did
they
it.
don't even sell liquor.
That's a lot of beer, son.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, like I said, I had a great fucking time. I really did. But apparently I didn't play that great. So, yeah, that'd probably be the one. But whatever. Other than that, I mean, I've always had, every time I've played, it's always been a great
Hell yeah.
experience. So, whatever, you know.
Just for the sake of, filling it in here. Kalamazoo. No, not Kalamazoo. It was I can't remember. It was a Shannon Gregory show up in Kathmandu was the name of the venue. We played a show. It was Fiber. We played a show with Mr. Clayton the Pink Cigarettes, and the other band escapes me, but they were a dope band. They're like a rockabilly style band, and this is the show that I decided I would never smoke weed, A, before I play, and then B, drink before I play. Like I would, after this show, I would only have one drink before I played. And what happened was I brought my beer bong with me, and it was like one of those big ass fucking filter fucking things. And I like fucking taped a fucking hose to it. And it was supposed to be 2 beers. And Will Slosher was there, by the way. He'll be here next week, fucker. He poured, without me knowing, I didn't realize that he did that. He poured, because I just had my thumb plugged and I was like getting ready. He fucking poured 2 more fucking beers in there. And if you know anything about bonging a beer, you just fucking take that shit, and I didn't realize that there was fucking 4 beers in there. And yeah, and he brought blunts too. So not only was I like stoned, but I took like 4 beers straight to the dome, and I played so bad. Like as soon as we were done, I just like, we were the last band. What's up, Bronson Swanson motherfucking Johnson? Nice. Even though, it does say Bronson Swanson Johnson. There you go. Cool. He used to be a co-host with us back in the day during the live party radio. Wait, hour. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anywho, hi Bronson. Yeah. As soon as we were done, I like set my guitar on top of my amp, turned my fucking amp off, like immediately walked out the door, and walked like, I don't know, probably like a block or 2, found a nice little spot, and just sat there and fucking like whimpered out like I felt like shit, man. Like, cause as a musician, like I want to fucking put on a good show, and it just really hit me. But that's the last time I ever motherfucking got drunk or got high before I fucking played. That was, God, that had to be like 2013. So
smart choice.
Yeah. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way, but yeah.
Yeah, there's too many shows back in the days that I don't even remember playing.
I did that.
Nice.
I think I did that once.
Show up at the mail and blink, and I'm somewhere else Sunday morning.
Wow, dude, we have a question for the show. Check this out. I have David Jarris. I have a question for the band. Who's been your favorite lead guitar player in Ceiling Volume, and why? TJ doesn't count.
Fuck you again, Dave.
I'm going with David Jarris.
For me, it's Lenny.
Lenny.
I think we'll all say Lanny.
Take
Yeah.
that, Dave.
So we'll start with you, Benra. Benra, what inspired you to be a musician?
What?
Like where did it all begin?
This is the perfect time to go to pee.
Are you actually a musician?
Wait.
This is
Yeah,
not.
no shit.
I
Hey,
didn't know
Hugo,
this about
if
you.
you're gonna go
Is that
pee,
what we
bro,
do?
you need to take this with you. It's not safe to go by yourself.
Why was it okay for me to go by myself? And
Because
him
I didn't
not?
realize you were going to pee. You didn't announce it.
He's taking the fucking sword with him.
I like how you put it in your back.
It's
That's
because
nice.
I'm the Tolkien woman.
I would have given him the shield, but he hasn't earned it yet. So
Okay.
next time you go pee, Kitty, I'll hook you up with the shield.
Okay. I'll have both. I can.
What
I'll
was
fight
the
off
question?
some people.
Is this shield?
What
Is
was the
this
question
shield
again?
thing a Zelda?
There wasn't
That-
a question.
Yeah, like what inspired you to be a musician, man? Like, where did it all begin for you? Like, what'd you start playing?
Dave's getting salty about the way you're pronouncing his name too.
It's not pronounced Bajer.
It's Bajeris. It's totally Bajeris.
Is it Barajas?
No, it's
You know,
Oh,
that's
shit.
a common misunderstanding, but yes, it's Bajeris.
Hugo's taking a pee right now. He cannot
he can't.
respond.
He can't.
So
he
it's
can't
gonna be
teach us.
Bajeris. It's gonna be Bajeris until he gets done peeing. Just a heads up. Olan Christopher Bowles, you mean? He does indeed rule. Right on. So, anyways, where did it all begin, man?
Oh, was it what, like for real, man?
Yeah.
I discovered it in the shower with masturbation.
I want to be a guitar player. That's so fucking hot.
This
I'm
feels
40.
That's
good.
not the way you do it, man.
This feels good. I don't know why it feels good.
I know
but
it
feels
looks
good.
like they're stroking the guitar fretboard, but
I'll never look at a guitar ever
no.
the same.
You got to ask if he ever did the Pete Townsend.
In the early days, yes.
Was that is that like shaving? Like
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right.
How do you say Dave Bajeris' name?
It's
Hugo.
Baharas.
You're fucking saying it right.
Barajas. I'm sorry, I
Baharas.
fucked it up again.
David Barajas.
Bahajas.
Barajas.
See, my kids have a J in their name too, and I know the correct way to say it because everybody just assumes they're just white because I'm white. I'm like, no, they got the Spanish last name is Lujan. It's not Lujan.
Lujan.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Hugo's name is pronounced Hugo, not Hugo.
Yep.
And I always say Hugo, and everybody's like, who?
They
I'm like,
like
God
that.
damn it, Hugo. It's Hugo.
Fuck, I just learned
actually-
that now.
How many years we were friends?
I think for the first 3
I'm
or
gonna
4
tell
years
Bajeris
that
all
I
about this.
knew Hugo.
You mean it's not Huggo?
Hugo.
It's funny because
Dude, if you
we
ever
were
start
live-
another band, it's got to be
like,
Hugo.
yeah, right for Hugh.
That's dope.
Huge O.
Huge O.
When
Or huge O
I
face.
get on a list
Stroke
or
his ego.
Uber, it's like, you got Hugh. I'm like, Hugo, motherfucker.
So while you were pissing, we talked to Ben. Apparently, he was inspired to be a musician by masturbating in the shower. What inspired
Go ahead
you?
and act like the rest of you weren't.
Fine, I will.
It inspired other things, but yeah.
You were playing guitar like this.
They didn't know guitars existed yet.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
Playing the one string.
I love this string. Just over and over and over again. This one note. No, if you want the serious answer,
Serious, yeah.
my uncle gave me my first guitar. It was a Gibson Les Paul Jr. tobacco burst,
Nice.
and it was just a gorgeous fucking instrument that smelled like fucking cigarettes, like stale fucking cigarettes. And it was in a chainsaw case, one of those fucking molded
Nice.
like blue shag chainsaw cases.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, it was like a fetish. It was like I just kept looking at it and holding it and trying to figure it out. And eventually, I learned somehow to manifest notes out of it and stuff. And that's pretty much that. Was there was not like a directional like decision like I'm going to be a musician now. Like I will master this.
Did he
instrument.
did he smoke cigarettes by chance?
Yeah, fucking A, dude. Have you seen that telly I play?
Yeah, dude.
It's orange for a reason.
Oh, no shit.
Because it's bathed in fucking
Wow.
smoke.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I did have a question. Damn it. I lost it because you made me laugh.
Well, you can ask these other guys why they became musicians.
Well,
too.
it involved that. Oh yeah, when you buy a new guitar, like God, I hope I'm not the only one, but whenever I buy a new guitar, I always I put it on a stand and I just kind of look at it. Like I do that totally.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there it is.
Some of my
Actually, I strap it on and just stand in front of the mirror and go, "Yeah, it looks right.
Yeah.
It looks right."
That's what I do when I get a new clown.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of,
Strap it on.
so we got some gifts for Katie
Oh,
as an
Yeah.
official member of Chopped Liver.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
definitely need to present this now. Good timing.
Yeah. So the first one is actually something that I've had for a long time. I had a roommate at Horror Church, and this used to be in the bathroom. So Katie's like a huge fan of clowns, and so we're gonna go ahead and hook her up with this.
yes, yes.
Your pain brings us such joy.
Yeah, super
Very
cool.
So
excited.
that's for your
I'm coming and
collection.
getting it.
And then also, I saw this at the gas station yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. This is a clown lighter.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. You're taking everything with you.
Oh no! So
Unfortunately,
here you go, Katie.
I am.
Thanks for being a part of the team.
I get a clown.
I thought we were the guests. She's getting prizes.
Oh, dude, here I have this. I have this. Here, this
Gotta
is
use
for you,
Kleenex here
Ben.
for you,
This is from when I decided I would be a guitar player. It's a used tissue. It wasn't in the shower, so it's yeah.
Oh, dude, I think I got disconnected.
Oh no! It's probably the head and the earphones, right? Headphones, whatever.
Okay.
I think use the headphones.
Yeah, your mic definitely works.
Ah, shit.
Just the headphones. Oh, it happens. There's a lot of wiring going on in here. Eventually, we are going to have a studio. We have to have money.
Oh god.
So this is our studio for now. But let's digress. Ugo,
Yes.
what inspired you to be a musician? Hopefully not masturbation. Maybe.
I always like live music. I never thought
That's
to
good.
be the other side on the stage. Always supporting,
Oh.
going to see live music. One day I was like, yeah, I want to make a band. So I bought my first guitar out of nowhere, like start making sounds because it was sounds, noises. Because I didn't know how to play. I get together with another 4 people. They're the same like me. They don't know how to play anything. 8 months later, we have a show the Spanglish night.
Yeah.
And then we play with you guys.
Yep.
Fiverr.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was at your first show.
Yeah.
I was there.
We opened for La Armada from Chicago. And it was pretty dope. Since then, we keep it going.
Oh, Christian
Yeah.
said music is inspired by Ugo.
Hey. Yeah.
Christian Riquelme. Love you, dude.
Do you remember that flyer the first time we played together?
Yeah, I see it somewhere.
It's up here. I want to go grab it.
Yeah.
So Dennis from Ramathorn, Tie Like a Tiger, and Six the Ripper actually made this. And God damn it, what's his name? He used to book him. It's like escaping me. Yeah, it's,
Eduardo.
yeah,
Eduardo.
Eduardo. Yeah,
I love Eduardo.
Yeah.
I ran into him at a gas station recently. I was like, dude, how you been, man?
Look at this shit.
That's pretty dope. Yeah.
Oh my god, so fucking random, but so fucking dope.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think that was our second or third show.
Yeah, something like that. I
Yeah.
think you guys played that venue you were talking about earlier, off Lafayette in Georgetown.
That was
I don't know.
no.
That's so
That
long
was a
ago,
different-
dude.
yeah,
It's like
it was a
10
different
fucking
venue
years ago.
because the one that you're talking about, it was I think it was a tire place.
the tire place.
Yeah, yeah.
Right on.
He find that place.
Hey, we're playing Friday night at Bridgestone.
Yeah, it was something like that.
There's a party
yeah.
at Denny's, motherfucker. Woo!
Yeah, it was something
It's
like
going
that.
down.
That's pretty nice.
Hell yeah. What about you, Lambo? What inspired you to be a musician? What happened? Was it Leonard Skinner or was it Led Zeppelin or was it Joan Jett?
Rush.
Getty Lee.
Dude,
Oh, yeah, right.
I've been,
Right.
I've
Canadian as
honestly,
fuck.
I've been playing music most of my life. I got forced into piano lessons when I was 5, and I sat at that bench until 6th grade. Switched over to sax. Spent 3 years as a band fag. Played alto, tenor, and baritone sax. That's actually the time frame where I met my wife. And sometime around 8th grade, I talked my parents into getting me a guitar, got my first guitar. And then 9th grade, there was I realized there's three bands in my junior high school. Nobody's got a bass player. So
Perfect.
They still don't.
Did
None of them are playing anymore.
Did your future wife tell you were sexy?
She may have at one point.
Because saxophone. Sorry.
She played flute.
Do the drum roll thing. Yeah.
Hey, you got it right.
I know. I gotta change the labels on these. That's why I fucked with that.
You deserve that.
So
I'm
sad.
Queen of the dad jokes.
So, what about you, Katie? What inspired you being an artist?
Me, I just lived it. I just do.
Can
what
you
I
move your
do.
mic in though?
I said I just do what I do. And every morning, I feel. Sometimes I don't know. Every day I'm just like, there's something different. You know what I'm saying? So I just do different things. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You're just born into it.
Just do what I want. I was painting. I got to paint like murals and shit in like junior high and high school, and then I was gonna be a tattoo artist, and then this guy stole my tattoo kit, and then I got with the tattoo artist, and then I was like, no, I don't really want to be a tattoo artist.
Dude, if anybody ever wants me to give them a tattoo, I'll totally do it. I just need the equipment and your patience.
And you're patient.
I've given somebody a tattoo before.
I'm not good at drawing. I can
Not
draw.
either.
That's what I was about to say.
Like-
There's not enough alcohol and drugs left in the world for me
I
to take
think
you up on
I'm
that.
going to get. I think my next
Wow.
tattoo I'm gonna get is like a little small guy. It's gonna be the bind rune for love, the Viking bind rune behind my ear. I think it'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
So like when I shave my head, you can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's actually after we, Polly. What got you into music? Like, what inspired you to be a musician, artist?
Yeah, man. So it wasn't when I was a kid at all. It really wasn't until later in life. So kind of growing up and stuff, I would buy albums and I would listen, but never had any kind of aspiration to play. It really wasn't until I was in my 30s before I had figured, well, I'm going to try it out. After going, and seeing many bands and, local shows and this and that. And I was like, well, fuck it, man. I can fake it just as well as Sid did, so, and that's, and no, he wasn't an inspiration. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
So really, I guess if, to shorten that answer down, it would be local musicians.
Right on. Hell yeah. Personally, I got a guitar when I was 8, and I got 4 weeks or 4 lessons, and I learned how to play Deep Purple.
No.
And then like a year later, I started taking piano lessons, and that was actually the first instrument that I learned how to play. And I played for 2 of our church services every weekend for 2.5 years until I moved here. And then that's like when I got here, that's like right before I moved here, I started playing guitar, really playing guitar. And then, guitar, I just fell in love with it and started playing in a local high school band. And we would play like all age venues and stuff like that. And then, but musically, what really I was my twin brother, Jack, he had went to a garage sale and he found one of those Metallica tapes, and he didn't know what the fuck it was, but he bought, and it was like legit. Like now it'd be worth some fucking money, but I just remember listening to that and hearing Am I Evil or whatever, and being like, man, this shit fucking rips. You know, we got so much trouble when our parents found it. We got grounded. It was rough. And then like George Michael's what's that? Faith. I remember watching that video when I was a little kid and being like, man, I want to be a fucking rock star. You know, because he's got the fucking guitar and the leather jacket and sunglasses and shit. And then what's his name? The dude it's like him with it's like a dude singer and it's a bunch of chicks around him in dresses. You know what I'm talking about?
Robert Palmer.
Robert Palmer, yeah. That I was like, dude, I gotta be a rock star. Oh, dude, no. But hey, for real though, man, when
So
fucking
it was the sex appeal side of it for you.
I guess maybe, I don't know, but either fucking way. Funny thing about Limp Bizkit, so
There's a lot of funny things.
Jared,
about it.
number
I was really waiting for this, guys.
Oh, dude, no, yeah, like so.
Yeah.
My parents got divorced in like
Hey.
'93, and 93, and so I was like 8 years old, and my biological father went fucking flipped, and I wasn't allowed to listen to any music unless it was Christian music, and wasn't even allowed to like watch The Simpsons or anything like that. So it's kind of what's wrong with me. I homeschooled for a couple of years too, also as on to the weird under the rock type shit. So didn't listen to the Ramones until I was in like my mid 20s, pretty much because of that move. But Limp Bizkit was like one of the first bands that I started like sneaking
I know.
and listening to. Like one of my best friends was like got $3 bill, y'all, and yeah, good call there, the Harris. Barajas. But yeah, man, for sure. So here's a new question we've never
Jonathan
asked.
Sheepler.
Let's not go there. Come on. Actually, Sticks and Stones magazine, which was like the first zine that I had ever done, and I did it with Lazy Boy. It was actually Lazy Boy Sticks and Stones, if you want to be technical. But either way, we did a show out in Mooresville, and it was supposed to be a 3-part like music festival. So the first one was
I playing that.
yes, you did. That's right, Fastidio played. Yeah, with it was like Mr. Clean the Pink Cigarettes, Gitmos. Man, there's a ton of bands. Dwarf Among Midgets, Funkbot. It was dope. Paul, you were there.
Yep.
Yes, he was. Yep. And then you played. But it was called Shit Fest. And fucking Cooch and Cooch and Doug made this fucking commercial for it. It is, I wish I had it on my computer right now. I would totally play it. But he's like, Sheep Fest? No, it's
I remember
Sheep
that
Fest. And then he had like the goat sounds throughout it, like fucking what the fuck ever. It was so dope, man. I love
I
that.
remember that.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah,
Sheep Fest.
That totally sounds like those two.
Yeah, dude, it was dope, and it was so like pro made. And they had like the guy, I don't even know who he is, but he looks like Doug. But dude was like pretty much naked except for this American flag. Like
That was Doug. That had to have been Doug.
no, I swear to God.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting there shaking his junk. It's fucking funny as fuck, man.
Doug
But-
was naked at every opportunity he could be.
Let's
Always.
let's digress. I do have a question that we've never asked, and maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're at like 140 something shows, and
Yeah.
too much like drugs and alcohol to actually recollect. But
Here's to 140 something.
yeah, you're
As old as Ezekiel. Or
so Benra,
Whoever.
if you were to get another tattoo, Katie inspired this. What would it be?
What? What
If
would
you were
it
to
be?
get another tattoo, what would it be?
Oh, there's so many to choose.
There can only be one.
Pass.
Oh!
No.
So you're gonna get? Is it gonna be on your knuckles? Like pass? Oh yeah. We won't go
shit.
1-1-1. That's pretty good.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know. Probably a pink elephant or a little flamingo on my finger.
Right on.
I have a
Nice.
camel toe.
Nice.
Are you gonna
A
show the
camel
world?
on your
You
toe?
can't say it
Yeah.
without showing it.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
This is weird. It's getting kind of weird, guys. You can
All
do
right.
it, though, I guess.
Not so. There's obviously going to be somebody out there that has a foot fetish watching this.
All right, you want to see my feet, guys?
Yeah, I don't think Craig's watching. I wish I could check.
Ah,
Hey, can we get the fancy light on that, please? Like,
Yeah, we'll go full frame here for the.
My feet. Wait a second.
There we go.
Dad, shut up.
What is that smell?
I took the book off. I
Put
have
your
to-
sandals back on.
Sandals?
That's a what's that movie called? Half Baked reference.
All right, I'll show you guys. Wait.
all right.
The funny thing is about this one is me and my grandma, we have matching camel toe tattoos.
Hell yeah.
I didn't
got-
see a tattoo.
Bitch.
Oh, it's pink.
It's on the
Yeah,
big toe.
it's
yeah.
pink.
All right.
It's like the Joe Camel, not the Joe Camel, but
Like
the camel
crow. Yeah,
cam.
yeah. My grandma has a black one and she doesn't have any other tattoos. So I get to have a special tattoo with my grandma that nobody else will ever have, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
No, not a lot of people get tattoos with their grandma.
Yeah. No shit. I mean, if I could turn back the clock, I would totally get one with my grandma if she would actually get one. Yeah.
All right, guys, you gotta send me $5. I showed you my feet.
Is that how this works? God damn it.
Payable to chopped liver
What's your cash out?
at Hip Wreck Shep.
Hip Wreck Chef. Just send me the money.
I think
It's all good.
my Venmo is Katie Hurley 29, and my Cash App's perfectly revolting.
We need money for production. Come on.
I love that handle, by the way. Perfectly revolting. That's-
Okay, so I got that from The Sword and the Stone. I was watching it with my daughter one time, and the witch, she's over the cauldron, and she goes, "Oh, how perfectly revolting!"
Yeah, that's
And
good.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's good. My Instagram is give me Toro, so which is bull. I've tried to switch my like Facebook and everything else over to give me Toro, but Instagram was the only one that they didn't get. So somebody got them.
Yeah. So years ago, when I switched my Facebook name over to Polly Punk, they asked for my identification. Like I had to send them a copy of my driver's license, birth certificate, fucking social security card, the whole 9 yards. And they're like, "This is it. This is your one time.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to change your name again." So if you ever see Polly Punk disappear off of Facebook, it's because I could not change my name.
Damn. Yeah, they had that. They went super strict.
They did.
Because I used to
was
be
like-
Shipwreck Shep, and that's what my actual like Facebook handle is / Shipwreck Shep. But they were like, "No, you have to change it to Jonathan Shepler," which that page, by the way, does exist. I just never fucking get on it. But I created bullshit story, but whatever. We'll skip that one. But yeah, they're super now. They don't give a fuck, dude.
No.
You'd be like giant wiener, and they'll be like, "That's fine. We don't need to see your ID.
Two
You want
little
to sell
bitties.
stuff? Yeah, you want to sell your stuff on Facebook? That's fine. We don't care anymore. We're too
Right.
big. We don't give a fuck. They're too worried about what's that new gaming system that's like taking over the world?
The Oculus?
Oculus. Yeah, like every kid's got it. It's the future of gaming. Anyways, Ugo, if you could get a tattoo or the next tattoo you get, what is it gonna be? Ugo's like,
If we
"Oh,
tattoo you right now, like we're gonna fucking do it right fucking now.
get the pen.
I was ready. Like,
Damn.
so I mean, maybe my next one or what I try to do in the future is my whole right arm with a bunch of Aztec tattoos in it. Probably maybe I don't know what they call them. It's like a bunch of Aztec tattoos.
Are you saying asterisk?
Aztec.
Aztec. Okay,
Oh,
cool. Right
yeah.
off.
Right.
Yeah. Well, my family come from that kind of part.
Right on.
So they still doing like dancers. That is part of my family.
You gotta
They
get
still doing
titties.
dancing.
You gotta get titties.
It is, and yeah, everything. Yeah. So they still doing that, and so I think it's probably something that I will do in the future.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. What about you, Lambo?
I considered for a lot of years filling out the sleeve on the right arm around the panther, but I think the one, if I were to get another one, the shoulder to shoulder bald eagle.
Oh yeah.
on my back,
Freedom.
where the head's just up above my collar,
Freedom.
up my neck.
Freedom.
Well, there's more to that tattoo.
You should put
too.
America. Fuck yeah.
There's more to that tattoo. There's a poster I ever saw once years and years ago called "The Last Act of Defiance." The eagle would be coming in to attack, and down in the small of my back, you'd see the back of the mouse doing this up at the eagle.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
So I don't know, just the eagle will do.
Katie, we got you covered.
Okay, no, I have another one.
Oh, all right. Cool. Cool.
I want to get a Ewok on my calf, and I want it to have a banner that says "Wub Wub."
Wub wub.
Wub Wub.
Not wubba lubba dub dub, but wub wub. Why wub wub?
Why not?
All right. I like it.
Shit.
That's the way to go.
Isn't
I
that
was
what they
gonna
say?
see if I got to
They go,
get an
"Woo,
answer
woo,
out of
woo,
you.
woo."
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah.
Wub wub?
Yep.
You know, I haven't watched that in so long. Dave,
Can't
Dave's like
blame you.
Shep said asterisk.
That's what I was just laughing about. Like, it wasn't because of what you said. It was I looked over at the screen and I was like, "Oh, Shep said asterisk." Ah.
Yeah, I sure
Yeah.
did. Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
not safe to go by
Yeah,
yourself.
the sword. Mhm.
I also really want to get like a giant like feminine Grim Reaper. Like I want it to look realistic, but I want her like bone structure to be like, you know, real delicate so you can tell it's like a girl. And I want it to say "My day will come." And it's like, you know, based off the Descendants or the Descendants song. So like it has a double meaning, like, you know, my day will come, but also like I'm gonna die. Both.
Right on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it'll
That's
be pretty
nice.
dope.
Hell yeah, I like it. What about you, Polly?
Yeah. So I've got a few tattoos on my arms, and I could definitely fill in some void areas. But what actually sounds more interesting to me? So I've got like, you know, this stomach piece, and I've got like the 2 tattoos on my chest. I think what I would probably do if I could actually afford it would be to take my grandmother's face and put her on a raven/eagle hybrid on my chest, and having
Wipe off the blood.
having the face come up onto the front of my neck. Is probably where I would go.
Right on. So I have 3, like the next 3, which is like planned for so long. So part of the reason why I know what's this, did you just put your nutsack in the camera? What's just happened?
You
Sir?
are, pretty much, yeah.
Sir,
We're gonna have to pull this back a little bit, man.
remember
This podcast is rated mature audience.
we just crossed the PG-13
Yeah.
you're
threshold.
canceled.
I'm sorry, what?
So part of the reason I know Polly Punk, I joined a band back in the day. It's actually how I ended up walking to the Melian, called Pigtail Crooks, and the other guitar player, his name was Stevie, and Stevie introduced me to a band called Teenage Baller Rocket, and they're like one of my favorite bands of all time. So I'm gonna get a TBR skull. I'll probably get it right here, and that will be dedicated to Stevie. So
I want your skull.
right on. And then
Oh no, that's the wrong band, right?
that, well, it is the Misfits, and I do love the Misfits.
I'm
but
joking around.
I am a
dude.
huge,
I'm
huge
totally
TBR
joking
fan.
around.
So my like favorite show I've ever been to is a TBR show. It was with NoFX and the Involuntaries, whole local punk band. But and then I am definitely at some point going to get a Miss Melody, and then I'm definitely going to get a PRN Moon with the fucking
I think
For
I
sure.
might be here for Halloween this year.
What do you mean?
Miss Melody.
Oh, you're going to be Miss
Oh,
Melody?
maybe.
Right on.
Yeah.
I swear it sounded like you said, I might be here for Halloween. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
She like shows up at the studio and there's nobody here. She's like, son of a bitch. I thought for sure.
I said I was
come on,
gonna be
guys, it's
here. Where the
Halloween.
fuck are you?
Speaking of Punk Rock Night is a sponsor of Chopped Liver, and we're going to go ahead and play their video while we are bringing them up. So Here's a
Are we taking a break?
yeah, we're gonna take a 1 minute break, 60 seconds.
1 minute.
Everybody starts fighting.
Is that enough to do drugs?
I'm gonna win.
That is just enough to do drugs.
Oh man.
Everybody, on your marks, get set, drugs.
Looking for something to do Saturday night? Do you like punk rock? Well, look no further. Every Saturday night is Punk Rock Night at the Melody Inn. The best local, regional, and touring acts hit the stage every Saturday for an amazing time. Check punkrocknight.com for details or follow us on all the social medias to get weekly updates on what's going on. Doors are 8 p.m. Shows start at 9 p.m. It's a bar, folks, so you have to be at least 21 to join in on the fun. And hey, there's free parking. Plus, every Thursday we present the Peer In Live feed show, where we talk about last week's show, preview this week's show, and announce all the big things we have coming up. Punk Rock Night, a proud sponsor of Chopped Liver.
Etsy, and I'm just
And
like,
we're
this thing is God damn it.
You guys, you missed all the drugs. Oh man, it was crazy.
He never
Oh,
paid
man.
for drugs, not once.
Don't do drugs, guys, until you're in college at least. Anyways, so yeah, man. Kenny's like, no, you do. You gotta start it young. At least by double digits.
I was 12
You were 12.
when I started smoking pot.
I first time I smoked pot, I think I was like 16. I was late to everything.
Dude, I remember like going home super fucking stoned all the time. And my mom like was always pregnant and she'd be like, "You want to go out and eat?" And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah, mom. I also came home like real drunk one night and like I was like 12 and a half, 13 probably. And I was like puking, and she was like, "Oh, you got food poisoning?" And I was like, "Yeah, mom, I got food poisoning."
That's why my breath smells like vodka.
It was like, no, dude, it was sidewalk slams. We would drink a King Cobra halfway,
I love, dude.
and then
Amen.
we would get the Chill
Shit, I almost
energy
brought
drinks,
King
the
Cobra.
alcoholic boys, and we would
Dude.
put it in the Cobra, and then we would drink the whole Cobra.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we-
the first like
And then,
party, like
like-
bonfire party, King Cobra. That's what I was drinking.
remember
like my first beer.
original Four Loko?
Mm-hmm.
I was around for those times. I was very, very young. I shouldn't have been drinking it, but there I was.
When's the first time you did LSD, Ben?
Well, yeah, I would have to put that at about 13 or 14.
Right on.
My grandparents had this fucking amazing basement that was all like built in the 70s with a wet bar and like a player piano and like vinyl furniture and like a slot machine. And me and all my skateboarder friends would go down there and just be tripping fucking balls and get on that fucking player piano and start singing like Tiny Bubbles and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, show tunes. Lots of show tunes.
That's what happened to you.
You can shut up, Mr. Rush.
Mr. Rush.
No, it's Mr. Ponytail.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried Hugo? You ever done that?
Tonight's the night.
Yes, I did.
I hear. Okay, 1 second. Sorry. I hear your rush, and I raise you fish.
Oh shit,
Okay.
man.
Oh my god! Could you get any more?
Hey, well, it's been a
repulsive?
great show, everybody. I want to thank Stealing
Yeah,
Volume.
we can go further with it. We can go further and pull in the Grateful Dead too.
Oh no!
I think fish is worse. Like I don't think you can top fish.
I did an open mic
Fish is
night
worse,
once,
but it
and,
is, just for the record.
and I was wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, and the guy that like hosted it walks up, and I'm sitting there with my ex-wife, and he's like, "So you're a Zeppelin fan?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" He's like, "So what's your like favorite Grateful Dead album?" I'm like, "I don't listen to Grateful Dead. I've never listened to them." He's like, "What?" And he sat there and like fucking just talk shit because I don't listen to Grateful Dead. I'm like, man, I'm sorry.
You know, I work at the Mousetrap,
Mhm.
and every month they do 2 nights of Grateful Dead.
Do you ever catch any mice there?
I can't get in trouble for that. For answer that. No, it's just kidding.
So the answer is yes. Just kidding.
Now more comments.
I always find it hilarious driving through like Westfield and Carmel, Noblesville, you know, the northern of 96th streets, and I'll be behind a vehicle and they've got like a Grateful Dead bear not tattoo sticker on their back window, and I'm like, what the fuck are you even doing up here living in these houses? Like this makes zero sense.
You said one incorrect statement. I don't think anybody enjoys driving through Carmel.
Well, yeah, no. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I don't actually enjoy driving through that shit either.
I mean, they don't even have like stop signs or stoplights up there anymore, do they?
No, dude,
those
it's like a free for all.
Yeah,
everything's
I
around
hate
about.
it. I hate it.
Takes forever. Yeah.
Right?
Even 32, like when you cross through 32, it just starts turning into those things.
Me and Carmel aren't friends.
I'll give it another 10 years.
Turnabouts
Everything
is
in
the
Central Indiana
technical
will be
name for
roundabouts.
Yeah, roundabouts. That's what they call them. Roundabouts. It's pronounced Baharis, right? That's the running joke. Jerry was a piece of shit. Grateful that he's dead.
Ouch.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty serious, bro.
Jim Brewer is
I mean,
crying right
I'm
now.
not-
I think he's grateful.
Brandon.
I'm not a Grateful Dead fan, but I wouldn't go that far with it.
I just never got into that stuff. The closest I've ever came, and I love this band too. Allman Brothers is about as close to jam band that I can get. I got into them when I was like super young, but
did they have almonds? Like, why were they called the Allman Brothers?
I don't because the
name.
two like Dwayne and Greg Allman were almonds, so the Allman Brothers.
They got almond shaped.
But they
heads.
really started like a whole thing between those two. They recorded like Leonard Skinner and what was Clapton's band back then? Cream. Yeah, like it was a big thing. They're a huge part of music historically. If you look into them, and then their story, like how I can't remember which one died, but Dwayne. Yeah, it's fucked up. But yeah, they're an amazing band. But that is as close to jam band that I could possibly ever get.
I grew up in a house where
Whipping Post is probably my favorite jam.
Everything was country music growing up for me, and Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers was probably the first rock song I ever heard.
Hell yeah.
Because it was country.
I was born a rambling man.
Because it was country enough to make it on WFMS.
Hell yeah. Oh, what's that? Jessica? Fucking love that song too, man. Their first album, though, is like one of the most turned records I own. I listen to that quite a bit. So
it's a great album.
Yeah, that was the album that I actually got me into the Allman Brothers. And that led me into like Leonard Skinner and all that stuff. This is high school, by the way. Like my buddy Toby in Ohio. What up, Toby? He joined us last week.
Yeah,
but he got me into them. He's also the person responsible for getting me into Led Zeppelin and ironically Green Day, which is kind of weird. But yeah, but whatever. Anyways,
I got something to say about Green Day.
Oh, really?
It's really fucking.
I got
it's really
something
fun
for another break.
Green Day. It's actually not something bad about the band, but it's really fucking weird. You feel really old when I start hearing Green Day and oh god,
you start feeling old when you can't remember what the fuck you were gonna say.
Hearing those bands on Q95,
it's not right.
On the classic rock station,
right.
It's like what the. You hear Nirvana, Green Day, yeah, it's just like that doesn't work for me.
No, yeah, it kind of blows my mind too. But I wonder if I stopped listening to the radio because of that, but I know I didn't. It's because I have playlists on my phone and shit. So love Bluetooth. It's fucking dope. Did we get everybody's tattoo in? Yeah, I think we did.
Yep.
So where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about acid or LSD. Lambo, Skippo,
17. Yep.
Your favorite Green Day song?
Is that a Green Day song?
No.
Yeah. And why is it Nice Guys finished last?
Oh.
Yeah, I went Nimrod. No, that's not Nimrod, is it? Yeah, that is Nimrod. I can't remember.
Someone look it up real quick. Thanks.
Hey Siri.
Yeah, Jeanette is really good about that shit. I don't know if you guys noticed this earlier, but she did post a link in the comments at one point telling us where we could get another communion tray off of motherfucking Amazon. by the way.
Amazon. Jeffrey Bezos.
It just to be
Jeffrey
clear, Brandon,
Bezos.
Jerry wasn't a piece of shit.
Jeffrey
He was a race car
Bezos.
driver.
You did it.
You did it.
Jeffrey Bezos.
So yeah, Jeanette, hook us up.
That would be cool. Maybe not one with 50. Maybe something like 10. Right? Fuck, man.
No, I mean, well,
those were
here's-
like
here was the
thumbnails.
beauty of that communion tray. It's like, so you're like wildly pouring alcohol
Yeah.
all over the place.
Just-
So the person at the end of the night lifts the fucking cup divider out of the tray, and then you just take the tray and you just take the giant
Oh,
shot,
yeah.
dude. It might be full of Hornitos or fucking who knows what, you know what I mean?
Who
Speaking of,
knows?
why didn't you bring another bottle with you tonight?
Oh.
Oh,
See,
Totally forgot.
I was like, dude, I'm not gonna ask anybody if they're bringing. I'm just gonna go get it.
I was really just joking around, man.
Speaking of,
But,
let's see another live shot. Fuck it.
yeah. Since you brought the bottle of Hornitos with you that night, I've bought two myself. One of them was the black label, but the first one I actually bought the green label, the one that we had here that night. I actually really like that tequila, man. It's really
Yeah,
good.
it is
one?
really good.
Which one you like better?
100%
The
agave.
Black Label or
I mean, I was just taking straight shots, and maybe the black label was a little smoother, but to be honest, I felt like they were equivalent in the buzz they gave me and stuff. You know what I mean? So like, I can't say that I would spend the extra money on the black label.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that one. It's not too expensive and it does the job.
right?
Like it's not like Jose Cuervo, because it's still cheap.
Yeah.
But it's the taste of Jose Cuervo is horrible. Like I don't like it. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it burns your mouth and it doesn't taste like how it's supposed to taste.
Right. Right.
Hornitos is a good thing.
Hell yeah. What does anybody have a good drug story they'd like to tell?
I can tell you my first experience of cocaine.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's hear that.
Hopefully it wasn't up here. God damn.
No,
There is no such thing as cocaine in the Midwest, y'all.
so when I came to
No cane.
I was-
cane.
Okay.
like
Nice.
19 years ago, when I was living in Columbus, Indiana, it was only one bar for the whole town, and I used to hang out there, just playing pool and just hang out. So one day I was playing pool with one of my friends, and there was a guy showing up with a bunch of guys follow him. So they come to us and play pool, and the after party was on one of the dude's house. So he come to the table. We sit all around the table, and he come with a fucking big bag of cocaine, and he put it right there. And everybody started doing cocaine. I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like, you got weed? I can't smoke weed. Like, no, we don't have weed. So this guy was like, I want you to do a line of cocaine. I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. If you want me to leave, I can leave.
Did he say everybody else is doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah.
So,
So-
infamous
Peer
line.
pressure.
So
Yeah.
he pulled me out to the kitchen, and he gave me a little bag of cocaine and pulled fucking gun. He was like,
No.
I want to see you do it.
This
I was
is
like,
in Columbus?
Yeah, in Columbus, Indiana.
Wow.
So the next day,
that
well,
really is peer
the next
pressure.
day, I learned
Then
from
you
like
wanted to
some
make
real
sure
shit.
that you wasn't a cop.
my friend. Is like, well, he's the dude that run this town and Greenwood, and I was like, I'm not hanging out with this dude again ever. So every time that he show up to the bar, I was like, I'm out. I don't want to do nothing
Fuck
with
yeah,
this dude.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Why would you?
Yeah.
Dude,
Like-
this is like one of those drug stories they tell you doesn't happen in high school. When they're
Yeah.
just like, no one's ever going to put a gun to your head and make you do cocaine.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah. That happened to me,
Tell
dude.
me that
Holy
shit
shit.
again.
Yeah.
dude.
I'm
I had
really
a fucking
proud
gun
of
put
you.
in my
Will.
head.
I really am. I'm
Why-
really proud of you, dude. That's fucking.
And like
Why
here,
Columbus?
because I used to live there.
Because it
Why
sounds
though?
like
Why?
Columbia.
Why? Because I didn't know anybody here. I was
You
new.
just went to
and-
you just went to Columbus?
Yeah.
Not it wasn't like Cummins that right there like got a job there or something. That's like if you live in Columbus, you either work at Cummins or you deal drugs.
No,
Pretty
I was
much.
working in a factory. They used to make aluminum wheels for cars, and there's all factories over there.
Right on.
So I was there. I was paying well, but
Oh yeah.
eventually I moved over here.
But you didn't
And
do
like,
it.
And no, I didn't end up doing it.
Hell yeah, bro.
And like
Cheers.
a few years later, I find this guy in one of the bars in here. And he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, dude, do you remember me?" Oh yeah, I remember you. The guy
For
with the
some
gun.
reason.
He's like, "Hey, do you want to work with me? For me?" I was like, "Doing what?" He's like,
Pulls his gun
"No."
out.
Yeah, but
You're gonna fucking work for me.
yeah. I was like, "No, man, thank you. I'm fine."
He won't do my shit,
Yeah.
man. So I'm gonna let you work.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, that was it. That was my first experience on cocaine.
Lambo.
I've done one,
Good for you, brother.
I've done exactly one line of coke in my entire life, and it just pissed me off.
Yeah.
This isn't enough. This isn't nearly fucking enough of this shit for me to be happy about it.
Nah, it was right after graduating high school. The band I was in at the time, we were going up to Cleveland. One of the guys, his dad lived there and had gotten us some studio time to cut a demo. And one of our guitarists, like, we were getting ready to leave, in the car, getting ready to leave. He goes, "Here, do this line." I was like, "Okay, what the hell, you know?"
Fuck it.
And I spent the entire drive. I'm driving. Did the entire drive up to Cleveland with this drip going down the back of my throat.
That's the worst part. The
And
fucking
then we get there, and I can't fucking sleep.
Well,
Of course.
no way.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
So next day at the studio, they come. They're looking for me to put down the vocal tracks after we'd already done everything. I'm sitting on this guy's porch outside on his driveway, just sacked. I gotta go to sleep
Finally
at
got to
some point.
sleep.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the one and only time I did it. I just never touched it again.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not for me.
I was a serious pothead for a lot of years, though.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure.
I'm sure
For
you
sure.
guys all know that. But that's over too.
Hurley.
Don't call me that. I hate that. I really hate it.
I have you in my phone as Hurley, dude.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Don't
So
do
whenever
that.
I had to call you, I'm like, "Hey Siri,
It makes
call
me
Hurley, dude." And it's like calling Hurley, dude. And you're Hugo, dude, Paulie, dude, Benra, dude. I don't have you in my phone. What's up with that, Lambo? Fuck you.
You never asked.
makes me feel
I'm
like
gonna
a
get that
hockey
digit
player.
tonight.
That's fair.
Hear me? I said it makes me feel like I'm like a hockey player.
Why not? You could totally be a hockey
You
player.
could be.
My grandpa was a hockey player.
Hell yeah. Do you have a dope ass fucking drug story for us? Say it,
I've told
say
you
it.
on the last one.
That's all right. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't watch the last one.
Okay, so
it was only like 10 hours long.
when I was like 18, I was real wild and I was homeless. And this was like before I had kids. And it was like my ex and then his like best friend, which was like, was in like prison for like 17 years. His name was Leaf. And he made my ex, like we were like, they were doing drugs. I was just mostly smoking weed and drinking, but they were doing drugs. And he made my friend, not my friend, my ex, steal a car, drive it to the desert, and we set it on fire.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I was 18. I'm not like that no more. I'm a good girl now. Okay.
Polly, fix your goddamn camera.
Oh, son of a bitch. I can. It's on Kaylee. Katie.
Kaylee. Kaylee.
Hey, at least I didn't call you Kaylee.
Oh my god. Kaylee Hurley.
Kayla Hurley.
All right. My bad.
Wow.
My bad. My bad.
Wow.
My bad.
All right, Saul.
Yeah. Right. You know, because Paul. Right.
Oh man.
Uh,
You want to tell everybody that for the millionth time your favorite drug story?
no, I don't. I'm gonna give something a little fresh.
Fresh it up.
All right, I'm gonna freshen it up a little bit. So, I used to be in high school at one point. Yeah, and we decided to skip school one day, and marijuana got real fucking real.
Oh shit.
So we broke into a fucking basement over in what is now known as Sobro, but it was basically like 42nd in College.
Right on.
Empty house, and buddy brought the fucking bong with him. Another buddy brought the fucking weed. And next thing I know, we're like fucking in a basement and doing bong rips while standing up, and somebody else is pressing on your chest. And then you fucking exhale, right? And slowly let yourself down. And
yeah, I did this too.
yeah. So that was the day that marijuana got real fucking real for me. I had never passed out on pot, dude, like ever once. And I mean, gotten high, gotten ripped, but never fucking. And ever since that day, I still talk to dude, and he was like, man, I cannot smoke pot anymore. It's actually a travesty.
When I was 13, I smoked out of this like 6-foot bong, and I thought I was going to die. I was like probably like 85 pounds. Like I was little. I was littler than I am now. So like being 13 and smoking.
Now I mean 6 feet is way taller than you.
Yeah. I'm pretty tiny. Dude, it just felt like I was like, am I gonna die? Like I thought I was gonna die.
Right.
Oh, dude, when I was I had just first moved out, I was like 19, almost directly after high school. I moved out. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. And they had a fucking 6-foot bong, and that was like the first time I ever like I tried to clear that whole thing, and I coughed and coughed and coughed, and I literally ended up like coughing myself to sleep. Coughing and like not crying, like because I was physically crying because I could not stop coughing. I literally coughed and cried myself to sleep that night. Fuck that.
Damn.
Don't do it. It's a trick. I could not stop. It was just nonstop for hours. Ended up falling asleep like that. Fuck that, man.
I remember the first time that my friends brought over this technically or so-called NASA engineered bong.
Oh, nice.
And
was it like a 2-liter cut in half, right? Put it in the safe.
This was a fucking fabulous glass piece, and apparently the dude that designed it actually used to work for NASA. So the story goes, I don't know. I mean, right?
Sure, Jan. Sure.
But long story short, man, I pulled a massive rip off of that, and I was pretty much stupid for the rest of the night, So I buy into it in that moment, I buy into it.
So that story you were telling about how like you would inhale and then like push up against the chest thing.
Yeah.
So the first time I did ecstasy, I had like a little party at my house. There's like maybe 8 of us, and we all dropped ecstasy, and not that kind of party, by the way. It was just hanging out, doing
Right?
Oh, it's not always about
Who said that?
sex, Lambo. God. But no, like a bunch of us got together and we planned it all out. We had a fucking X party and we fucking hung out and did X. And somebody brought one of those vapor, whatever fucking things.
Oh yeah.
And so
right.
what we do is somebody would press on your chest, and then you would inhale, like somebody would put that fucking thing backwards in their mouth or whatever.
Give you shotgun.
Shotgun it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would breathe it in, and they would press on your chest, and then when you release, they let go. And that is a feeling that you will never have in your entire life unless you're rolling and doing that. Is fuck like dude, immediately just dropped to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Could not fucking move. It was fucking insane. Intense.
Shep,
Yo.
I'm going to the bathroom. Where's my shield?
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. Do you want this sword too? It's
Yes,
not safe
please.
to go
It's not
by
safe.
yourself. The shield is I don't think my headphones will make it. Let's see.
It's too dangerous to go alone.
Maybe I could.
Oh, you guys a shield too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
You know how I roll.
Next time I'm gonna wear two of them.
Your technique was all off.
Yeah.
just a sword. Fucking- Definitely need a shield too. Man.
Here,
Wait a second. I'll come back.
there you go.
Yeah?
You're benighted.
I have. It's not the first time. And it also won't be the first time I failed.
Look out.
Oh, wait a minute. That was full mouthful.
Speaking of a mouthful, does anybody have a really fucked up sex story they want to talk about? We might as well cover all the bases tonight. Drugs, sex, rock and roll, and eventually, when everybody tunes out, paranormal. That's how you close it out. Anybody got some fucked up shit? Nobody?
I never even told the drug story. So
I've never even
Oh
had
man,
sex.
we'll tell the drug story. If I go, we'll get to sex later.
I'm out on this one.
There's so many fucking random drug stories. I don't know. I guess one of my favorites was I was at my buddy's house. Yeah, he had a plate of Coke passing around. I didn't have any money in on this. It was just, I was a guest. And he's like, go ahead. And I went down to do a line, and right before I snorted, he just goes, "Hey man, that's the pile."
That's it.
And I just
For real?
I had to fucking like stop and be like, so I guess I'm skipped, Pretty sure that's a foul.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not a technical foul, but it's definitely a foul. That was the best I got for now. It's sex stories. Fuck, man. I don't know.
You never got a blowjob behind a 7-Eleven
Well,
with like
it was
with a group of people
Speedway,
watching,
but
listening to Limp Bizkit.
yeah, I mean, there's just shit that I can't say because it's fucking on. It's being recorded.
It's live too. It's actually live.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I can't endanger say like my place of business, nor insinuate anything of that sort.
Have you always worked at Best Bud's Pizza in Carmel, Indiana?
No, I have not.
Shots fired. Hashtag you're canceled. Fucking A. Sorry, Benra.
Yeah, no, it's fine, man. It's fine.
Tell me about this Benra. Yeah, why? What is the deal with that? Because that is not. I mean, I've heard you called that probably a bazillion times, but I don't know why. Is the thing.
Well, when I happened into the punk scene back in like 2001 or 2, there was Ben Messer who was playing for. Ben Messer was playing for America Owns the Moon. I think he was in the Slurs for a while. And I just kind of came out of nowhere, and I had a Iggy and the Stooges Raw Power leather jacket. I still have it. You might see me out in it occasionally. And so that was their differentiation for me from the other Ben Messer that played bass.
Okay.
So nobody, I just kind of appeared out of nowhere as most musicians considered it, and they were just like, Ben, and they're like, oh, you mean Ben Messer? And they're like, no, Ben Raw Power. It's Ben Raw Power. So Ben Raw came from me wearing that jacket around, and I was a punk rock bass player that was being separated from Ben Messer.
Right on. Ben Raw Power.
Fuck yeah.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, that's
So-
cool.
Ugo,
man.
how did Ugo come about? Why Ugo? I know that's not your real
He
name.
was probably born with it.
I know that.
Maybe it's Maybelline, but he's probably
Everything
born with
started
it.
when my mom and my dad meet together.
I think something like that.
Do we know?
Oh, yeah.
My name is Margo.
Do we really know? Oh,
Going in and out, huh?
It's my fake name.
I know that's your fake name. That's why I said I know it's not your real name.
You cannot.
I know
my
your real
Real name. Yeah.
I do. I won't tell everybody.
That would give you power over him.
You
can't
a little bit, and I'm not going to use that power
like
because I love
Rumpelstiltskin.
him. Would never. He's like, don't you do it,
all these
motherfucker.
years, and you're telling me I knew a fake? All these years.
Yes,
and
that's
I-
not his actual name.
That's
Shit.
so the government
Shit.
don't know my name.
That's okay.
I don't pay taxes and shit. So
Yeah.
That's what all Mexicans come to America.
Katie's real name is Constance, by the way. It's not Katie.
I
it's
do
Constance.
run a contracting
Constance.
business. If you can give me the social security number to
Legit.
Ugo,
Constantly
I will
bitching.
be glad to fill out $100,000 worth of income for Ugo.
All right, let's talk about it after the
we're gonna go ahead and yeah.
Fucking for 100,000,
I'm
I
just
can
joking.
be Hugo, dude.
Speaking of money, I'm really
Start
upset
speaking
that
Spanish
nobody
now.
has cash apped me for my feet.
Homie,
How dare they?
Every
That
show,
was
every
just
show,
happening right
I make
now.
it a point to say at hip wreck Shep or Paulie does, and nobody ever sends me money, and I wreck them hips. What the fuck? No money. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans.
Where is my feet money?
Right? You should start a fucking OnlyFans for feet.
Well, wait a minute. Craig Chaos is on now, so maybe the feet money.
Yeah, here you go. What's your cash app again? And then we can.
Perfectly revolting.
All right, Craig, you ready? You're gonna see that camel toe real soon. Like, get the music going. Fucking A. What about you, Lambo? You got any good old sex stories?
I'm out on this one.
Out.
Nope.
Fair enough. Katie, you got anything you want to throw out there? What the fuck stories?
Do I? Do I?
I've told all mine, but I'll tell another one.
You guys know
I
Holiday
fucked
Park?
on the stone bleachers at the very top of the bleachers of like the high school I went to when I lived in California. We used to light shit on fire there.
Hell yeah, I love lighting shit on fire. I'm like low key pyro, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This is like, again, 18-year-old me, 10 years ago. I was a different gal. I mean, I'm similar, but I'm not the same.
yeah, we all grow, you know. Polly, what about you?
She's
I'm
not
just
here.
Polly,
Not in the room.
Polly.
You see, my problem when it comes
He's
to
off
this
having
question,
sex.
right?
Yeah.
The problem I have with this question is I've only had like a few people in my whole life,
Mhm.
and I don't want to talk about them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I definitely never use names for sure. For sure. When I was your age, 10 years ago, I was shit. I was no. Polly, you missed your turn. You got any fucked up shit? Polly's like, I didn't.
What?
He didn't take the sword, dude. Fuck. What happened, bro? Tell us.
I have 'em,
Tell us
that's
about what
why.
happened. Are you okay? What?
He's on sex stories.
We're on sex stories.
Oh hell, dude!
Oh, that's what I said.
Come on,
Polly just came
Dude.
back from sex.
like I mean, yeah.
Right now, in your
I've got a new one. I've got a new one.
I don't
Take the
know,
sword.
dude. I mean, what do you want? A
Wouldn't
story
scare anybody
about
off.
fucking
Some fucked up
chocolate
shit, man.
cookies, or
Fucked up
I mean,
shit.
no,
Our YouTube viewers are depending on you.
they are fucked.
I'll tell you what. Now, technically, I did not have any sex, nor did I have any form of sexual. But I went to a show one time, and I was invited to an after party, right? But nobody filled me in. I was just invited to an after party. I'm like, cool, we're gonna go drink and probably do drugs and hang out and listen to music, right? And I get to this house, and I was like late to it, right? So the person that invited me and I are like walking up to the house, and I'm like, can we smoke inside? And I'm like smoking a cigarette. They're like, no. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there smoking, and I fucking toss my cigarette. We go inside. They go in front of me, and as I'm walking in, never in my life did I expect to see this, but there's this wraparound couch, kind of like what you guys are sitting on. And imagine this whole couch, right? It's a big couch. It holds like 6 or 7 people, but it had just a little more than 6 or 7 people on it, and they were all fucking
Yes.
dicks getting sucked, pussies getting ate, fucking everything's going down. All these people are just fucking right there. And I was like, nope. No, I had no idea. I had no idea. Nobody fucking told me. And I was like, this ain't I ain't no prude, but that's not for me. I don't get down with that.
Whatever.
Hey,
Christian metal started playing in your head.
I'm not yucking. I'm not yucking on people's yum. There is absolutely nothing wrong with orgies, okay? If
That's
you're
my
into
fucking
orgies,
dream, dude.
good for you. Fuck yeah. Like, get it.
What
Have
if
fun.
there was an orgy where they only played orgy?
I don't think that would. No, see, that's just not me. I'm
An
a
orgy,
one.
like just the
I'm
band
very
orgy.
monogamous, but yeah. So I was like, I've never been
there
there. I
little
did not
smokies
know
there?
this shit was going down, and I just
there Swedish
beelined it
meatballs?
past the orgy and went straight to the kitchen. And I called one of my BFFs and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to come pick me up." Cause they're fucking in the living room and I'm not about that. And what the worst part is I'm waiting for her to fucking come and get me. I've like literally listening to these people fucking around the corner, and I keep hearing like, "Where's Shep? Where's Shep? Why isn't Shep in here?" I'm like, "Oh my fucking god! Like, hurry! Like, come and get me!" So yeah, that was fucked up. Totally got bamboozled. Like tried to
Shep
Bamboo.
got
bamboozled
from
into
an
a fuck
orgy.
fest. Yeah. Not for me, guys.
Well-
So if you ever want me to join your orgy, I'm not down.
I
It's not
always
for me.
feel awkward
Send me the invite.
You know
I'll
why?
go.
Though? Can I be very real?
when the kink community comes over, and then they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh God."
Yeah. To be
Are you
honest
looking
with
at
you,
me?
the reason
Yeah.
why I'm not into that, and I'm being very blunt, I am scared. I'm fucking scared of getting an STD. I do not, never had one. I'm almost 40. I don't want one. And I just, whatever. I'm not yucking on people's yum, fucking get out there, fuck fest, do it, live your life. It's just not for me.
I think I look
I
like
feel like once you're 40, you probably
Yeah.
shouldn't even qualify
So,
for STD.
Once I'm 40, I'm down for all the orgies.
They stopped calling your name
My
from the
whole
other
life is-
room.
I'm
That's
just
for
gonna
sure.
flip the script. I'm down. Let's go.
Where's Nah, he's
But
40.
until June, I'm out, bruh. I'm not in. I'm out.
He's probably fucking cutting his ear hair somewhere.
Who's cutting their ear here? I missed it.
Sorry, I can't come to your orgy. I gotta cut my ear hair.
You finally do it.
Damn it.
He's in
So
the
I'm
other
gonna take
room
a shot
pruning.
now. Getting a little too real. So who's fucking ear hair? I missed that.
I said.
Watch the video.
Watch it tomorrow on YouTube.
This is 2 hours and 56 minutes in. There you go.
JJ
Okay.
Pearson said,
What does that
"Okay."
mean?
He's very
Go back to
serious.
that point, Shep.
Wait, what? I missed that too. Shit. What happened?
Oh, well, it's okay.
Fuck it.
What?
Yeah. Anybody else
There
got
you
some
go.
weird, fucked up sexual fucking innuendo, whatever?
Okay, so I went on this Tinder date in Colorado, and the date went pretty well. Like, it was good. He was nice. Like, we made out and stuff, and then like we get back to his house, and dude, tell me why there were like butt plugs just like randomly assorted around this man's house.
Tell me why.
I was like, I don't think I can do this
Katie,
with you.
you're too young. You don't know. Those aren't butt plugs. Those are fucking lava lamps.
No.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, I'll be here all night.
Why is
That
it so
is for
warm?
safety.
It was weird though, because like
This butt plug is so hot. It's burning my insides.
this guy had like a bar in his kitchen, right? And there was like shelves on the outside, like where you would sit. And he just had one just like randomly, like on the bottom shelf of the bar. Like, why in the fuck is that there? Why?
Right.
I gotta
What
get
are
out
you
of
intending
here.
to do with that?
It was a fucking great day, but after that I got there, I was like, but I was like up in the mountains and it was nice. So I was
That's
I'll
what it
stay
is.
here and I'll wake up in the morning, but like
He figured the
I'm not-
high altitude
Yeah.
would get you loosened up.
I'm not doing much stuff with you, sorry.
Hashtag no butt stuff.
I was like, oh no. And like I was like fresh out of like my relationship too. So like I really don't have a lot of experience with dating and stuff. So I don't really, no social cues or like anything like that. So it was just all really awkward. And I was like, what do I do? And like he had me park my car at the bottom of the mountain because like it's a dangerous drive up there. It's like a fucking 30-minute drive up there. And the first thing this man said to me when I got in the car was, "I promise I'm not gonna kill you." And I was like, fuck.
That makes you feel great.
Red flag.
But like, dude, the little town he lived in, like it was like all up in the fucking mountains, and it was like rural. So like I got to see like like the whole fucking landscape of Colorado, like from up in the mountains.
That'd be cool.
Like and and like I got to go on like a little walk, and I got to see moss and shit. That was tight. Like I 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Till the lava lamps whipped out. That's a problem.
Lost points on the butt plug.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
He's probably going like, don't the mountains look like butt plugs to you?
He like
Don't they just all look like butt plugs?
They're all peeking.
He wanted to like me to call him daddy and shit too, and I'm just like not into that. I'm not gonna fucking do that.
On the first date?
Yeah.
Calling me Poppy.
I was like, nah. I'm too dominant for this shit.
Right.
I'm a little of both, but like, nah.
I'll tell you what. There was one time, like I just started fucking this chick, and I think it was like the second time, and she was like out of nowhere. I'm like in this, and she's like, "Give it to me, daddy," and I was like. Did she just call me daddy in my head? And then she said it again. I was like, all right, I guess I'm daddy. Fuck. I was like, am I making right life choices right now? I think I just got myself into a fucked up situation.
Are you sure you got permission first?
Yes, Polly. Jesus Christ. But yeah, she started calling me daddy. I was like, all right.
I just wanted to say to end that story that I've never been on a Tinder date again after that.
Really?
No,
lesson. That was it, huh?
I learned.
I've
fellas,
never done the dating app thing. Anybody else ever tried it? Anybody? I've never went.
I have dated off the internet before.
Right on.
Successfully.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, if you're for me, you're for me. But I'm not gonna fucking like go out and search. I'm not. You know what? I'm not desperate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nobody should be. Yeah.
I don't know.
So I think it's time that we do Peter Bakeman's paranormal talk. You guys ready?
Who's Bateman's?
So there's a movie called Ghostbusters 2 that came out in 1989. And in the show, Peter Bateman does he's a host of a TV show called Paranormal Talk. So that's how I'm gonna start doing that instead of saying like, so Benra, do you believe in Bigfoot, ghosts, or UFO? Have you ever had any experiences with anything along those lines of the paranormal or the unexplained?
Well, no.
That's cool.
I've been looking, but no.
Let me think about it. No,
none of those things are on Tinder. So, yeah, I mean, I used
have you
to
tried Facebook dating?
It's probably
That's all
a pretty
Facebook is.
paranormal
It's just a big
experience.
dating
isn't it?
app.
Okay, so the reason I got into Tinder at all was that I was trying to do like
Ghost?
Ghost
people.
Sorry, I just wanted to say it. So like, I was in like a real like toxic situation. My ex was like, nobody's gonna want you, blah 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 blah. So I did it as like a social experiment. You know what I'm saying? To see like what kind of dudes would like me. And it was like black dudes, and it was like ginger guys with beards. It was like that was like the main people, and they all like everybody just looked the same. And there'd be their fish pictures, and like I wouldn't swipe on them if they were skiing because I knew we were in different tax brackets. I was like, we're not gonna have anything in common. You're gonna be like, what's food stamps?
Right.
How big was your fish?
Dude, yeah, it was so many fish guys. fish guys and goth nets.
Why
Where's
is that a
the
thing?
beef?
Why do guys hold up fucking fish for a dating profile? I don't understand. What is the point in that?
Oh, look
Like,
how
I don't-
good
They're
of
just
a
proud.
fisherman is.
Proud of
Proud of
the
what?
fishing skills.
I'm a provider.
I
I'll provide-
stuck
Look what I can
a
do.
hook in the water.
I got a fish. I want to, you know how they have those shirts that say like, women love me, fish fear me?
Oh my god! I have to have that. That's
I
dope.
want to get one that say fish love me, women fear me. How funny would that fucking be, dude? Women, fish love me, women fear me.
Will Slosher just chimed in. He said, "Tell Paulie I said we good. I'm home safe. See you Saturday, homie."
Tight butthole, dude. That's all I got to say.
What a slick sphincter.
Oh, hey Benra, there's the bottle if you want to pass it around for those who are down for a shot.
Where the fuck did my beer go?
I have no
You
idea.
probably drank it.
It's up there.
What about you, Ugo?
Out of arm's
You got
reach.
anything crazy and weird?
Not really.
Oh, I got you.
No.
Thank you.
Lambo?
Oh, that shit back in the day. I'm not sure if it was ghosts or if it was the drugs. To tell you the truth.
Right on.
We did a lot of shit with Ouija boards.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I have too, obviously.
Still not convinced if we didn't haunt that apartment.
Holy shit.
permanently.
Oh dude, yeah. I've actually have experience in that. I fucked up
Too
pretty bad one
dangerous.
time, so pretty bad. Led to a 3-month
Damn it.
fucking escapade of fucking fucked upness.
There you go.
I think we went longer than that in that place.
Hurley?
Stop calling.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put you on a hit list.
What is wrong with Hurley?
I don't know. I just don't like. It's not my name. You know, it's my
What's your
last
last
name,
name?
but like,
Is that your
am I in the army? Am I a soccer
See,
player?
now that's okay. So that's where that comes from a little bit. I was never in the military, but thanks to everybody that has been. But what the reason why I do that is because I used to work in stores. I would have a staff of like 30 people. So there'd be like 30 Susans, 25 fucking Johns, a million fucking Bobs. So I would just call everybody by their last name. So if I ever call somebody by their last name, that's why I do it. That way, it's
When-
also another way to remember somebody's name because I'm really bad at remembering people's names.
One time when I was working at Wendy's, they put the schedule up and they try to put Katie Hurley, but they forgot what my last name was, and they put Katie Irish.
Katie Irish.
I was like, what kind of profiling is this? Wow, you don't even remember my last name. You're, oh, she's Irish. Fuck it.
Fuck it. So do you have any good paranormal stories? What's up? Or anything like seen some UFOs? Bigfoot?
Yes.
Bigfoot tried to sell you Girl Scout cookies or something like that?
I helped him commit tax fraud.
No way.
Seriously?
Is that why you were in jail for so long? That explains so
I
much.
actually have been in jail overnight.
You have?
Yeah, and I was pregnant.
Holy shit.
And they didn't believe I was pregnant.
Why were you in jail?
Okay, so
pregnant?
Right.
when I was when
She
I was
stabbed
18,
somebody.
when I was 18, dude, accidentally wear a pair of earrings out of Kohl's. Didn't realize they were in my ears still. I was
Oh.
trying on outfit. They fucking like thought I was stealing. I, got a court date, whatever. Instead of going to my court date in Indiana,
Who did you take on your date to the court?
myself. Actually, I didn't even go. I
Oh, shit.
I ghosted
You
it.
took a stand up.
I moved 2,000 miles away instead.
You know,
So when I went
there's
back,
probably a warrant for your arrest
No,
right
there
now.
there was.
I swear to God.
Okay, let me finish my story.
Yeah.
All right, so when I get back to Indiana, okay, I am fucking 6 months pregnant, and I was like, fuck, I have to take care of this before I, give birth. And I was like, okay, if I go pregnant, they're not gonna fucking hurt me. Like, they're not gonna do anything to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I went pregnant, and I spent a night there. I planned it accordingly. I planned it for I went in on Saturday night or Sunday night, so I would go, to my court date Friday. I had to turn myself in because I had a warrant. And nothing ever came of it. I just had to it was weird though, because it was almost co-ed. I remember going into the jail to get processed, And there was like I could see in this like screen in the corner. There was like this guy, and he was in the straitjacket, and he was like, "Death is my friend. Death is my friend. Death is my friend." And I was like, "Whoa." I go through the whole like examination. They didn't believe I was pregnant, which is fucking weird because like I'm little and obviously you would be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is just my fucking beer gut. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I go into this like cell and I could hear
See what he's got in
men
his back
from
pocket?
across me. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up." And it's because that fucking fucking straitjacket guy all night. "Death is my friend. Death is my friend." It's fucking wild. Fucking wild. So I did time in the slammer the whole time that Bruh, it was really fucked up though too, because like I was like, I was pregnant and like I was with somebody, and like, I was thinking about that person all night. I was like, oh, I need to make my life better. I need to do this. And I get out of jail and I find out this motherfucker, dude, he cheated on me when I was in jail,
Jeez.
pregnant.
For one night?
Yeah.
One night. He's like,
Dude,
here's
yeah,
my
yeah.
chance.
Fucking as soon as
Now
he
or
did it,
never.
he made a
That's
Facebook.
not a keeper.
He made a Facebook so he could specifically write on his Facebook wall that I was in jail. And then he cheated on me. And then his car, it was a snowy night. His fucking car got stuck in a
take
ditch,
this
and he
with
was
you, dude. It's
stuck
not
in the
safe to go
ditch
by
for 4
yourself.
hours. So that's his karma. Fuck him.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Wow.
Yeah. So that was a story.
No shit.
But I went to pregnant jail. I went to pregnant jail, man.
It's the only part of the story I caught, but it was great.
Yeah.
I do
I
not
believe-
want to go to pregnant
I
jail.
believe I have the worst ADHD. I'm sorry for interrupting you earlier.
You're fine.
I actually got a private message on Facebook the other day from somebody that's been on the show over the last year, and they like chewed me out for being. And here's the thing, and fine, I could take some heat, but I need everybody to remember, especially if you're going to be on the show. Okay, here's the thing. If you want all the fucking spotlight, don't bring another guest with you. Okay. And also, if you want all the spotlight, don't bring your band members with you. But this is most important. And it's very self-explanatory. It's on all my social media. In my bio, if you look at it, it says, and I wrote this myself. This is not somebody else's quote. I wrote this, and it best explains who I am as a person. I will leave you speechless, because I never shut the fuck up. So what you did was perfect. That is the best way to handle me. If you're on this podcast, it's like, hold on, let me finish my story, Shep. I love you. You're good. Shut the fuck up. And that's the thing is like, if somebody tells me to shut up, it's fine. That's what Paulie knows. He's been dealing with me for fucking 15 years, damn near.
Oh my goodness.
So
You're worse now than you ever were.
oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But
Like when I first met you, it was really cool,
I'm like, nobody
everything
will
was
give me. I'm
cool.
like, I'll
And
just
then,
give
like-
myself
And
one.
then like 8 years down the line, once I'm fucking hook, line, and sinker, he's like,
It's ramping up.
He's got a
I'm just fucking
platform
with
now.
you, dude.
Yeah,
But it's
exactly.
true to some extent.
So I'm sorry for butting in on you. Thank you for fucking telling me to shut up. Everybody, that's cool. If I butt in, just let me know. But I shit you not, I hired this guy at Domino's. I was like 19. This is back in the day. This is like 20 years ago. And he had been there for 2 weeks, and he comes into work. It's like a Thursday or Friday. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna need the next 2 weeks off. I'm like, no,
Okay.
I
Let's
just
hear your
hired you, dude.
excuse
You
here.
can't just like disappear for 2 weeks. He's like, well, okay, let me explain. And so in like this is in 2004, I think 2003, 2004. And he's like, okay, so let me explain. In 1981, I went down to Texas for a fucking show, and I got a ticket for speeding, and I never paid it. And they found me, and I have a warrant in Texas. And he had to go down to Texas and fucking serve time for a ticket from like almost 20 years before that. So like if you
How much
ever
time?
get a ticket, or if you ever anything ever happens, they will eventually fucking find you. And he was legit gone for 2 weeks, came back, served his fucking time. It's fucking wild. But yeah, I actually like low key, like if I disappear for a couple of weeks, I actually have an unpaid ticket in Ohio. I probably have a warrant somewhere in Northern Ohio.
You need to
But-
change your name, man.
Yeah,
Fake name.
I do. I have a fake name. It's called bullshit. But yeah,
I can give you ID and social security.
Ugo got that hook up,
Son of a
baby.
bitch, I knew
What's
it was
up?
when you go.
Give me a new social.
Hold on, man. Hold
Hell
on.
yeah.
Can we talk off the show because I really got somewhere I need to go.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
man.
dope, man.
Yeah, you know,
Living off the grid. Fuck yeah. So
I would live off the grid. I
So-
really would.
no paranormal stories, huh? Got nothing.
I already say mine like last time.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
It was it's okay. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yeah. We are Chop Liver or at We Are Chop
All right.
Liver.
Well, since no paranormal stories, Ugo, I know a little bit to be dangerous. How many altars have you made personally?
Altar for Day of the Dead.
Like personally, though,
personal.
not just
Ah,
for
So
you know, but
It's
but
called
for-
an ofrenda, isn't it?
altar. Ofrenda.
Altar?
Ofrenda.
Yeah,
Altar
that's
is
what I
the same
thought.
thing.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, that was like right before the pandemic. I lost my grandma. So that year I made one, and the following year, and this past year, I lost one of my uncles, and I make another one. So I make 3 right now. Yeah, 2 every year for my grandma, and this year for my grandma and my uncle. Yeah, and they both passed out because of fucking COVID.
oh shit.
Yeah. It was kind of rough for them. So be careful if he that shit is still around. My uncle just passed away like what 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So it's not far away from now.
I have a lot of respect for the appreciation that goes behind
Mhm.
making an altar. It's very deep emotionally, you know.
Yes, yeah.
I think that it brings you to another level of respect with that person. And you'll have to forgive me because I'm not 100% familiar with it, but what it does represent is that personal touch,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
where-
because regardless if you believe if they come back on November 2nd, if they come back from the dead and come to visit you because you have the altar, you have the opening for them to come to visit you.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, is you making a ofrenda, you make the altar for them, you on their memory, you know.
Yeah.
It's not if you believe in that or not. It's just because you want memorize.
you want to honor
Yeah,
them,
You want to
know?
honor them. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's huge. I mean, to be honest with you, like I could, yeah, I mean, it inspires me to build an altar for my grandmother, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, she passed away before the pandemic,
Mhm.
you know, but there's something about the matriarch of your family, you know,
Yeah.
that just, and there was something about that woman that just left a permanent imprint on my life,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I could see that, you know, building an altar is a valuable way to honor her memory,
Yeah.
you know.
You know, there is a lot of tales on the Mexican culture and in the past, like the Aztec Mayas and all that. So there is something that I saw the day that my grandma died. So there is a hummingbird. So the tale says if you see a hummingbird around you, it's because somebody that passed away came to visit you and say hi to you.
Oh.
So the day that my grandma died, I was in Terre Haute, I remember that. And I walk out from the office, and the hummingbird like just was close from me. So I knew my grandma was sick, but when I saw that, I was like, I think she passed away. And like 30 minutes later, I got a text message.
Mm.
So I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true,
man.
but I don't know if that's true or not. But the tales and what you live in it, you connect all the things together, you know.
Yeah.
And makes you believe that she came to visit me that day and say bye to me somehow. You cannot describe it, but it was there.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And the last time that I spoke to her, that was a Friday night, and she literally said bye to me. She said that she never gonna see me anymore because I'm here and I'm not gonna come back to see her anymore. I was
Right.
like, yeah, I'm gonna come back in a few years and try to calm the
Right.
things down a little bit.
Right.
And that was Friday. Saturday she got sick. Sunday she went to the hospital. Monday she was in the hospital. Tuesday she died.
That's
And I said,
rough, man.
Yeah,
That's
well,
rough.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
you have to learn this part of life.
Yeah,
And
it is. It is. Mhm.
every time she's with me, and I want to feel that she is here with me.
Yeah.
And every November 2nd, around those days, I try to make something for her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I do on Day of the Dead at the museum all the time, because I try to show somehow my respect to my culture and my people. They used to teach me how to do things like properly.
Right. Cheers to that. sir.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Pass me that bottle. Love you, man.
Larry Tura.
So, paranormal, and grandma. So, kind of interesting. When my grandfather died on my mother's side, he died on Christmas Eve, and he had a heart attack. Passed away when I was a year and 6 months old. It was like 1984. Christmas 1984, and yeah, I'm old. And that night, my grandmother, my mother, and my great grandmother all woke up at the same time and saw him standing at the foot of their bed. And he said, "I'm okay." And they all tried to call each other at the same time.
Wow.
And yeah. And what's wild about that is, like, every Christmas Eve since then, something would happen to somebody in our family. So it's a really interesting thing, because the thing about paranormal or spiritual stuff is, like, I understand and I respect people that don't believe in it, because at the end of the day, like, we're only human. We can only believe what we see, which is questionable at this point in 2023 because of AI. But we can only believe in what we see and what is real to ourselves. So trying to understand and whatever people's experiences, it's a little tough if you haven't experienced it yourself, And I mean, I've had tons of experiences, and if you've watched our podcast over the last year, at least, you've heard a lot of those stories. But yeah, the connection with your family it's a real thing. And I have believed for a long time, not just because of Ouija boards or anything along those lines, that my great grandmother has been with me, and she's always been with me, and she's like my guardian angel.
Yeah.
And there are times in my life where it's been like super whatever the word is, relevant, prevalent, whatever it is, that she is with me. She even tried to warn me about, like, my first girlfriend at a high school. I was using a Ouija board. I know, the telephone, and started it off, and we asked who we were talking to, and it said Nana or Nana, however you want to pronounce it, but I always called her Nana. And
It's Projes.
and
Projes.
and she kept saying mad and like, why are you mad? And it literally spelled my girlfriend's name at the time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Straight up.
are you for real?
Yeah, it spelled every fucking letter. It was freaky. And like, that's the thing, is like, whether you believe in it or not, it's a thing. It really truly is a thing. And maybe it was somebody else, maybe it wasn't, but I think it was her. And man, I didn't listen. Fuck, did I pay for it?
So
That was like the worst relationship I've ever been in my entire
your
life.
blood definitely has a connection.
For
You know-
sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I have sort of a story. All right, so we kept hearing when I lived in Colorado, we kept hearing like, knocking, like random knocking in my like, little duplex I had. And like we kept feeling things on the stairs, and like my kids would be like, I feel something, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, it's probably Papa, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And Papa was my grandpa that died. And it was weird because even like my baby, who had only met him like little, like he was like 6 weeks old or something like that when he met my grandpa, he was saying Papa, and I was like, you wouldn't be able to do that, right? So my friends at Geoscience, they had ghost hunting equipment. They had an echo box.
Oh man.
So
Woo, those are fucking.
I brought it into my house, and like I was like, you want to try to talk to Papa, guys? Like to my kids, and they're like, yeah. So like I turned it on, and we were just like asking it questions like, oh hi, how are you? Are you my grandpa? Are you Papa? And it replied. It said turkey. And the funny thing is my Papa used to call all the grandkids. He'd call us all turkey farts. So it was him, like, he's joking with us. Yeah, you freaking turkey farts. You know what I mean? He was also, for a long time, he was like, the playground attendant at a school. And for 1 year for Thanksgiving, the kids all made him a hand turkey, like a giant one. And it said, Mr. Hurley's little turkey farts. So for it to say turkey, I was like, yeah, that's him. Like, it was like, telling my kids, like, so they wouldn't be scared. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why I don't use Ouija boards
That's
anymore
actually really
is
really
because
actually
of
awesome.
that shit, pretty much. Is sometimes it just gets too fucking real.
Yeah.
Super real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, the last time I used that Ouija board, the one up there, the real one, took it to a cemetery, and there was like 5 or 6 of us, and we just walked up to this random fucking thing simultaneously, put it up there, started talking, and we had one person that was just there, and they were writing everything down. They wanted to record it or whatever. I mean, we had cameras, we had phones, we had recorders, we had all. It was a ghost hunt for real, and everything died. So we had somebody start writing everything down, and afterwards, after we were done, somebody noticed, and it was not the person writing everything down. Everything, that the name and everything, like the year that they were alive, all the shit that we were asking was the actual fucking grave that we were standing on. It was like,
Wow.
okay, never again.
We
So-
should do one on chopped liver.
So it was the actual date of death written down, or
Well, the person's name, and then so the person's name, and then the year that they were born or whatever.
right, and
That's
what the other guy wrote down.
In hindsight, it's very possible that person was like looking down and writing it. But the thing is,
Well, that's not
we
what
were
I'm-
all
That's not
we
what
were
I'm
all
getting
recalling.
at.
Like
It's just, I mean, when you experience something like that, like your hairs on your arms will stand up and everything. So to hear about a situation like that, and it's just like, oh shit,
yeah,
and it's completely like, I would say that I could realistically vision something like that, like a group of fucking teenagers go into a cemetery and like, well, what do you know? They're standing over someone's deceased fucking gravesite, and
yeah.
could
I
see
mean,
'em-
nobody
I could see them communicating.
Right,
I mean,
that-
why wouldn't you?
that
I
night.
would if I had that ability. You know what I'm saying?
The thing, that the reason why I was so struck by it to the point where I'm like, I'm never doing this shit again. I was done. It was because of the fact that it was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I mean? Because nobody took the time. We just found the tallest fucking grave headstone that we could find and set it on there.
Right.
And it just happened that blah, blah, blah. And I had a similar experience to that in 04. As that's what I was talking about earlier, Lambo. It was a 3-month span. And a few my ex-girlfriend and a couple of friends, we went out to a cemetery and we went to Meyer and bought that Ouija board at that one right there. And some shit went down. Long story short,
a Ouija board.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
was like,
Hasbro's motherfucker.
That shit looks so Meyer.
We had a haunting at this place, my roommate and I, and we actually had people come and bless the house. We had all this shit. Like we had a, what do you call them? A medium come and supposedly talk. So
What?
We had a medium.
He was a medium. He was a medium. Come.
Size medium cup.
It wasn't the full load. Hashtag you're canceled.
Either way. So this lady like writes all this information down, and basically the spirit that is haunting this house that we were in wrote down the person's name and how old they were and all this shit. And my roommate was like, you did this shit. I know you fucking did it. I definitely didn't fucking do it. We spent some money trying to get this figured out. And long story short, it hit me that night that we had went out to that cemetery. And I shit you not, that night we went there, and sure enough, the name, everything, every detail matched the grave. And we closed. Then what happened was we did not. A dog ran up on us and scared the fuck out of us while we were doing this Ouija board thing, and we did not close the door. And that's why all that shit fucking went down. And I'm telling you, like, it wasn't just me that it had experiences. It was my roommate. It was people that would come over and party and shit like that. Probably the craziest thing that happened is there was 5 of us hanging out smoking weed and shit. We weren't that high, I assure you. One of the fucking I had a dartboard in the place, and a dart, we all saw it with our own eyes, flew and hit the fucking dartboard. Nobody was there.
No, dude.
Like, it was fucked up. But people would like call, because back then we had landlines. Y'all remember that shit? Landlines?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. We would have people call. Like, people would call the house and there would be nobody there, because we both work Domino's, which is life, by the way. If you ever work on a pizza joint and you manage it, sorry, Ben. It's life, bro. It's life. You're never at home. You're always at work. Well, maybe not now. Maybe not there, but in my experience working in pizza, it's like that's all you do. That's all you talk about. And both of us, we worked in pizza, so we were never there. So people would call the house, and they wouldn't be able to leave a voicemail because someone would pick up the fucking phone, and they would get like people just going in the fucking phone, and nobody's there.
Slinging slasher.
I actually started writing a book about it, and during the pandemic, I never finished it, but it's called A Lighter Shade of Pale.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
You've got to finish this book, so
yeah, I got pretty far into it, but I never finished.
I don't know if any of you guys like noticed this, but once we were talking about paranormal stuff, like the lights started flickering a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
They know.
But also, we're running off of like one fucking look at all this shit running.
They're
in here.
receptive, I swear.
you need to get a construction company up in this bitch and run you in this circuit.
Yeah, right.
That's what needs to happen.
Electrician.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd prefer it to be.
I mean, yes. I mean,
let's go with the sponsors.
Yeah. Shout out to Naptown Punk, by the way. Jonathan will be here in I think he's here in 3 weeks. Right before, I think he's on before Wayne Birch. He'll be here for our 1 year anniversary show.
That's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, shout out to Naptown Punk. We'll be discussing Naptown Punk thoroughly on that podcast. That's for fucking sure.
Bring me a shirt.
Hell yeah. And then we have
Katie will be here. You hear that, Jonathan?
Punk Rock Night, and they're our official sponsor. And then, of course, Construction Company, Paulie's Construction Company, which is appropriately named Construction Company. I know, right? It's funny because for years, I would call him, and whenever I got his voicemail, I'd be like, Construction Company. And I'd be like, okay. And I never knew that the name of his company was Construction Company. I just always thought he was like, fuck it, Construction Company. Like, that's obviously the right
but I mean,
person, right?
Like we could briefly talk about this. Do you know how hard it is to name a business? As equally as hard as it
You
is
couldn't
to
have called
name
it-
a band.
Okay.
I'm not shitting you.
Oh,
I
sure.
have one for you right now.
Is it medium cum?
Why didn't you name it Paul's Walls?
Because I do more than walls. I mean,
Paul's Walls.
I mean,
Like the
yes,
foundation.
walls are everywhere on a building. Yes,
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Paul's Walls.
Well,
my brain literally went to Tinder's Winders. It's awful. God damn it. I don't like my brain sometimes. I don't know why. Tinder's Winders.
Have you guys seen like that Netflix documentary? It's like called The Tinder Swindler. The Tinder Swindler. It's like this guy on Tinder who like dated like all these fucking girls at the same time. Like, how the fuck? Barely have time for one person. How the fuck do y'all have time for like 600?
You need that?
How you send 600? good
Barely
morning
have
texts?
time to take myself on a date.
That's so many hoes.
I'm having trouble handling 0 right now.
Funny. Wah, wah, wah.
There you go.
Oh,
Next
is that
question.
it?
That was it. That's all I
That's
wanted to say.
All right. Well, I think we'll.
I've got one for you.
Oh fuck yeah, Lambo!
My wife and I dated from 83 to 90.
Can you pull your mic up?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
My wife and I dated from 83 to 90 back in the day. And the last couple of years of that, I was overseas when I was in the Army. And she got really close with my parents. And when they both passed away 2 months apart back in 14. And she hadn't spoken to them for 24 years at that point. I hadn't seen her in 24 years. But she's told me, and she'll tell you to this day, that she really feels that it was my mother whispering in her ear that she needed to come and find me. She didn't come to either one of the funerals because she felt it would be awkward. But a few weeks after my mom's funeral, I get home from work one night, looking at Facebook, suddenly get a message from her. Did you get my letter? Well, I better go check the mailbox. So there was a letter from her. We linked up that night for a little while, talked, and we've never looked back. But
Wow.
she is convinced
awesome.
that it was my mom that was poking and prodding her and give whispering in her ear.
That's awesome.
To this day.
man. It's
My
kind of
parents-
romantic.
My parents both loved her to death, and they still do. You know,
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's nice.
So-
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
There's no crying in baseball, Katie.
I can do what I want.
we're
Right.
not playing
You're right.
baseball, first of all.
Why not? So yeah, I guess we'll close out on that. That's a good way to close out the fucking paranormal. Thanks for hanging out for Peter Venkman's paranormal talk. So we've covered all the bases, right? We've got rock and roll, we got sex, we've got drugs, and we've got paranormal, which pretty much brings us to the end of our show. So I want to thank Benra and Lambo for fucking coming out, stealing volume. And you said your next show is what, April 6th, right? The Melody Inn Thursday night.
Yes.
local show. Yeah,
I think I got that right.
we got March 10th, but that's in Lafayette.
March 10th in Lafayette. Where are you
Yep.
guys playing up there?
I'd have to look again.
In Lafayette.
In Lafayette,
Lafayette.
not West Lafayette. Just be clear.
We'll be playing with. I know we're playing with Joe Buck yourself up there.
Oh, right
Oh,
on.
fuck
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
I seen Tim a few weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
You were probably
Was
in
that
the
the-
room.
North End Pub.
Y'all were probably in the room.
Friday, March 10th, North End Pub. Joe Buck Yourself and the Estrangers.
Right on. Hell yeah.
That'll be a good
And
show.
April 6th at the Mel with Shades of Wrong from Barcelona.
right on. Yep, I had it right.
Ah,
It's a Thursday.
yeah. Mhm.
Be sure to
That
go
will
out,
be a
check
great
them
show,
out.
too.
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
They'll be playing some of the new music they're planning on recording, so that'll be dope. Ugo, you
Promise?
got anything coming up you want to throw
Yes.
out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been in the
be
set. It's
safe,
been in the set for the last
have
couple shows
fun.
too.
All right. Good.
Live happy. And to my sister, everything's gonna be okay on Saturday.
Hell yeah. Surgery.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So
Katie, you got
Yeah.
anything you want to throw out
Sister's
there?
Sorry. What's your sister's name?
Fernanda.
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 All right. Good luck surgery Saturday, Fernanda.
I just want to
Thank
say
you.
thank you for making this a fantastic show. Y'all fucking rock. Rock on. Stay in drugs. Don't do school.
That diploma will get you nowhere.
Except on a stage at the Melody Inn. Okay.
Well, thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah,
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
it.
Thank you.
No, really. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you again.
guys.
Paul,
And
you
thanks
got,
for our new freaking co-host, Katie. You're
Katie.
awesome.
Here
Welcome to
keep
the team.
Here to keep the men in line.
yeah,
Good luck.
yeah. Good luck. Fuck.
Now stay prepared for when they actually show up.
Well, wah, wah, wah.
So if you're going out this weekend, Friday night at the Melody Inn, there's a punk rock night. It's gonna be Lousy Sue's record release show. I'll be out there shooting photos Saturday night because every Saturday night the Melody Inn is punk rock night. So we'll be throwing. So yeah, double down, double duty weekend for me. I'll be out hanging out. Buy me shots so I don't have to buy them. But I'll be shooting
If you
photos.
don't buy him shots, he'll call you and bring you to the bar.
He
Yeah,
wants
like-
to be
You can
bull shot that
buy
night.
those shots.
He wants to be bull shot that night.
Bullshit. But thank you again, members of Stealing Volume, Benra, Lambo, Ugo. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Thank
Katie,
you very much.
thank you
Yeah.
for your first official show as co-host of Midweek Crisis.
Applause me right now.
Oh yes, you did it. Thanks for keeping the boys in line.
I feel like she's not a co-host. She's princess host.
Princess, right on. Princess co-host.
I like
Katie
that
Haley.
title. You better put that in the. Just kidding.
Yeah, from now on I'll just say Princess Kitty.
You guys have been awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
freaking-
having us, man.
Thanks for coming out here and sharing with us. We appreciate the crap out of you guys, for real. Like this is what it's all about right here. Sharing a story about art, about music, about
Sex, drugs,
yeah,
rock and
you know,
roll, and
if you wanna get
paranormal.
that
Look
deep.
at the bright side. You got to see me smile, not because I fucked up something on stage.
Hey.
right?
Love that.
So
There it is.
if Robbo was here, he'd tell you, turn on your headlights. Shop smart, shop as smart. We are the unheard. We are the overlooked. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Chop Liver.
Chop Liver is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
You think you're weird?